Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Lorena Creole, and this, of course, is the Resort Recon podcast. And of course, this is the show where I am in studio talking to you guys along with some of my fellow theme park fans and aficionados and consigliaries. And we give you the breakdown on the latest with theme park news, uh, analysis. Also, we give you, tips and tricks for visiting the parks. And you guys are the official co-hosts of the show. So, of course, we like to see the input that you have in the chat as well. So, we have got a really packed show today. We've got some new attraction news from a couple of other theme parks, most notably SeaWorld and Dollywood. We're going to talk about, unfortunately, what happened at Epic Universe. There was an accidental death on the Stardust Racers coaster. We're going to give you some update on the news as to what happened. You're also going to get an analysis from myself and, of course, some of my panelists when we talk about that. Because I have a little bit of, well, I won't say a little bit, enough background on it that I can give you guys a very fair and balanced and informative opinion as to what happened and kind of like next steps. So we've got that. Disney has also announced their slate of narrators for the Candlelight Processional, which is one of my favorite things to do at Disney every year. And of course, you're going to get a little bit of a sneak peek into the Halloween and fall treats that they have at Disney Springs. Since Tom F. and his wife Linda and I, we were out there on Thursday, so we got to try a couple of those things that we've talked about in the foodie guide with Disney Springs for Halloween. So we are definitely going to talk about that. So we have got 31 of you folks in here between YouTube, between X, between my channel, between Tom's channel, between Erica's social media. So let's go ahead and get started. We have got Erica from Hanging with Erica and Rob. And of course, we have got Tom F. How you guys doing?
Hello. Doing good.
Good.
You have something on your shoulder. It's trying to get your food.
Yours is on your shoulder.
It fell off a little while ago, but seems better adjusted now. We'll see how long it'll last.
I always have to fight with it because Orangeburg kind of goes to the side and then the other side. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to freaking lose them. Oh, so glad to have you guys here. It has been a pretty interesting week with regards to theme parks. Before I forget, the gorilla at Disney Spring, not Disney Spring, excuse me, the Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read about him.
Yeah, he passed away on
40-something years old, right? 40,
yeah. His name was Gino. And every time I go to the Animal Kingdom, and I because you guys know when I'm streaming from the Animal Kingdom, 9 times out of 10 we're going over to the Pangani Forest Trail so we can go and see the gorilla family exhibit where you're behind like two-way glass so you can see like the whole family, how they interact. I love it when the little baby gorillas are like out there, and sometimes you see Gino out there as well. So he was the only male silverback gorilla. When any of the male offspring reach puberty, that's when they kind of kick him out to the other we call it the bachelor pad. That's what they call it. So they're kind of like on the other side, but it was just amazing seeing him. And if you are into animal conservation as opposed to enviro rankery conversation, conservation, people put their money and time and effort into actually educating people. They did a lot for understanding, how gorillas interact, how they are in the wild, how to best take care of them, in the future. Yeah, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough, but he was there for quite a long time, entertained so many guests. I loved seeing how people would ask questions about him, and the cast members were awesome. They would just tell you as much as you wanted to know, what their favorite foods were, their favorite toys were, things like that. So yeah, so if you go to the animal kingdom and you wonder where Gino is, unfortunately he's passed on. So no word yet if or when they're going to put a different male gorilla in that particular habitat. I don't know how that's going to work, but as soon as I get news, I will let you guys know, because once again, that's one of my top things to do over at the Animal Kingdom, is to hang out in the primate exhibit. Have you guys seen the primate exhibit over at Animal Kingdom?
A while ago.
What exhibit?
If you go on the Pangani Forest Trail, like it's right next to Kilimanjaro Safaris, and there's a section where there's a primate exhibit, and that's where the gorilla family is. You walk in, and
Oh yeah.
behind like that two-way glass, yeah.
Isn't that where you see the fruit bats too?
Yes.
You keep walking back that way. Yeah.
Raph
Raph hates those things. He's terrified of them.
The fruit bats are in India. I just remember fruit bats are in India, but on the forest trail, you'll go by where they have like all the cichlids, the water, and you can go on the other side and you can see like the water. And sometimes the hippo is down there. Sometimes she's sleeping on the rock. It's on that same trail. It's a lot of fun. So it's really sad. Really sad that he's gone. So let's see. Yep. Linda says, smash that like button on the way in. Yes, indeed. Hello, Linda. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see who else we got in here real quick. We've got Kimberly Ann Hart in here. Hello, hello, hello. Of course, Tom is here. Hello, hello, hello. Good seeing you, my dear. Of course, right there on the panel. Amber's Cameron is here. Hello. Says, good morning, everyone. And Lorena. Good to see you, my dear. Mr. Milquetoast is here. And yes, we are going to be talking about that. We've got some new information and, of course, some things to make you guys aware of. It's going to be a good discussion. I see some of you guys talking about it in the chat already. Let's see. Hey, Keely Chow, how you doing? How you doing? Says, hey, everybody, and good morning. A good morning to you, and roll tide, of course, as always. And let's see. Go and Shogi is here. Hello, my dear. Hello, 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 and good morning. Good morning. I guess it's afternoon now. It's after. Still feels like morning to me. And let's see who else we have got. We have got Raylan Lee in the chat. Says, hey, hashtag it's Recon time, and that Animal Kingdom story saddened me for sure. A lot going on for sure. And hey, good people. Yeah, it's like it's sad, but sometimes we forget how old some of these animals are. You know, you don't really think about it. Very much. It's kind of like when the polar bear at the Philadelphia Zoo died. It's like I'd grown up, going the, you go on a school trip to like the Philadelphia Zoo, and there's like the stars in the zoo, and the polar bear was one of them, because you could see, like, you could go to where all the glass was and you could see him swimming around and everything. Yeah, I think he was dang near 60 when he like died. And we're like, dang, really? That's how old he was. It's cool. Let's see. 40-something is certainly longer than a gorilla lives in the wild. Yes. Yep. He did a lot, because with the breeding program that they had there, they also would send some of the other gorillas to other zoos for their breeding program. I know when Philadelphia Zoo had that really bad fire, and they had like the oldest primate exhibit, in the world, and the fire killed like all the gorillas. I think the Animal Kingdom actually Disney helped them to rebuild their primate program as well. So, hey, Benny T, hello. Says, hey guys, love to all my peeps. Hanging with Erica and Ra, Tom, Linda, going the beautiful, the Reina Creole. Well, thank you, my dear. Thank you, my dear. So good to see you. And Will Johnson is here. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. And welcome, 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 welcome. New specials coming to Tippett. You're not right, going.
I deleted that.
You're not right with that. Tippins is so expensive, but it's worth it. Tippins is a restaurant over at Animal Kingdom, across from the Flame Tree Barbecue, which is so all that. I love Flame Tree Barbecue. Hey, Goofar35, good to see you. Good to see you, my dear. Let's see. Let's start out, of course, with some laughter, which I always have to show you guys because dang it, I love Instagram. Check it out.
Welcome back to the Disney Adult Husband Support Group. I'm Jake, and I too married a Disney adult. Hi, Jake. Yep. Tell us what brought you in today. Oh, well, my wife just let me know we're going back to Disney for the 7th time this year. Yes. And how does that make you feel? Honestly, confused, poor, and starving. Like, I can't eat.
Poor is definitely one of them.
I'm starving.
Starving. Oh, God.
Anything until we take 12.
Well, first of all, can we please notice the Disney X-Men t-shirt he's got on? And Mickey Mouse is Cyclops. You see that? I would totally buy that. Just saying.
Pictures of it in various locations. Oh, and you're also required to wear matching shirts everywhere you go, correct? We have an entire suitcase full of the shirts for every park.
Mhm.
Sometimes for individual rides too. No. I totally get it. You're completely safe here. What happens at the Disney Adult Husband Support Group stays in the Disney Adult Husband Support Group. I'm just glad I found a safe space around all you guys. All right, guys, snack break. We got Dole Whips in the back, and we don't have to Instagram them before we eat them. Let's go.
That is true. Instagramming your food, before you eat. Although I don't IG my food. I just take the pictures. But yeah, you can take some night groups. Yeah.
I forget to take pictures of my food because I'm so hungry or just so excited. I'm just like, just start eating it. And I'm like, oops, forgot to take a picture of that.
You're one of those people that takes one bite and takes a picture of the food, aren't you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm the one who'll eat the whole thing and then realize, I didn't take a picture.
I like the people who just like take a bite out of it and take a picture of that. It's like I claimed it. It's mine.
I remember I was supposed to be doing a food review over at the Satuli canteen, and I was so hungry I was halfway through eating it and remembered I forgot to take pictures in the beginning. So the video I took, it's like half eaten. I'm like, I'm sorry, I had to eat that. I could not wait. Hubby calls it food porn.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
And theme parks are full of it these days. The
Mhm.
food has gone through the roof since we were growing up in the 80s and 90s with the food.
And you do it just to like rub it in. Hey.
I mean, food or souvenirs, take your pick because the food nowadays is like a souvenir for your stomach.
Mm-hmm. I've always said for me, the food is part of the theme park experience. It always has been like the type of things and stuff that they have. Although I do miss being able to do your own Dole Whip soft serve.
I like the coconut Dole Whip over at Magic Kingdom. You have to ask for it, but they have it.
Wait, they have coconut Dole Whip?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, they
Yep.
might. I think they have that at Swirls on the Water at Disney Springs. That's where you go. You can
Really?
actually get a Dole Whip flight. So you get like 3 different Dole Whips in little cups. But yeah, they
We were
have the
at the
different flavors.
Springs not long ago. Why did you not tell me this?
It did not hit me because we were on a cookie hunt.
That way, yeah.
My brain had not shifted to Dole
The
Whip.
ice cream.
I don't think it was hot enough.
It was,
It was, yeah, it was okay. It wasn't, Super Mario Sun trying to kill you levels of
Yeah, if you
hot.
go to Adventureland where you get where you get all the whole big Dole Whip menu. I forgot the name of the place. It's over by Aladdin's Carpets across the way from there.
Yes, Aloha Isle.
Yeah. And you can get pineapple coconut swirled together, but you can also ask just for the coconut by itself.
There is a barbecue place in town that has Dole Whips. So I'm gonna have to see what other flavors they have.
Ooh.
Well, I know Aloha.
Barbecue and Dole Whip is good. Let me just tell you.
It is good.
Yeah. I like a
is
good
good.
soft serve after barbecue. It is good.
Isn't it delicious? One of my
They make
favorites
a drink called the Hula Girl. It's in an orange cup and it's
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Think of Timon when I never hear the word hula.
Oh my gosh.
Hula girl.
Now, hula's gonna do the hula. Oh my gosh. That scene was freaking funny. That was so funny. So yeah, actually, Aloha Isle used to be the Sunshine Tree Terrace, and then they kicked the orange bird out to like a small shack on the side.
Different.
Yeah, because that's what we used to get. Like when I was a kid and we were at the Magic Kingdom, we would go over to the Sunshine Tree Terrace so I could get, my orange and vanilla
Ooh.
swirl.
Yeah, that orange is
Like,
good.
it is good. It is good. Orange Julius can't touch it, y'all. So don't even try.
No.
Well,
wait, Orange Julius is not the same as it was back then.
no. That is true. That is true. It isn't. Well, folks, we got some ride news. So SeaWorld Orlando is bringing another new ride to their park. It's coming in 2026 next year. SeaQuest Legends of the Deep. So this is courtesy of Expedition Theme Park Sam over on X. Give them a follow. Guests will embark on a vibrant submersible adventure through dazzling undersea ecosystems where they'll encounter extraordinary life forms, breathtaking environments, and inspiring stories from the sea.
I wonder where are they putting that?
That is a good question.
Is that what?
I think there's construction going on with it already over there. So it makes me, let's see. Yeah, they're not mentioning where that's going. And I haven't been over to SeaWorld in a while. So wonder what it's gonna take over or what they're working on. Because I just saw the news this morning. So I'll have to look into exactly where they're gonna put it, but it's already advertised over there. Well, over here at SeaWorld. Dear God, an underwater ride at SeaWorld. Yeah, it's going to be a dark ride, actually. And I was wondering who was going to be the manufacturer. So I heard it's Vancoma, most likely.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I did some looking. That's like the second thing I do now. New ride. Who's making it? So,
yeah. We do that too. Oh. That's interesting.
Yeah. So it's gonna be cool. I get it'll be cool having it as a suspended dark ride. They may have portions that have this like the undersea habitats, kind of like in Well, it used to be Living Seas. That's, I think, the Seas with Nemo and Friends. Either way, there's like parts of it that you go through. That's a dark ride. That's like, that looks like sets. And then another part where you go through and there's like the tank and you can see like the actual fish and everything. So this is new coming up. I'm going to keep tabs on this. Q435 says, can't help but think a SeaQuest DVS with this. That could be a cool overlay for SeaWorld. Why was I thinking of, for some reason, I was thinking of the Adult Swim cartoon Sea Lab 2030.
Oh,
I love that.
I was kind of hoping they were going to bring a Nautilus type thing.
That would have been cool too. So they haven't really said about theming, like whether it's like a Jules Verne type of thing or if it's some kind of modern thing. But you know what's going to have a conservation team. So this is going to be quite interesting. Let's see. On SeaQuest Legends of the Deep, guests will embark on a vibrant, submersible adventure through dazzling undersea ecosystems where they'll encounter extraordinary life formings, breathtaking environments, and inspiring stories by the sea. And I should change this over here while I'm talking about it. This groundbreaking attraction plunges explorers into an environment of awe and mystery, guided by the Sea Collective's adventure team. So it's got an immersive feel, advanced specialized effects, spectacular finale launch. Ooh, okay, you got me when I heard that word launch. So yeah, and annual pass members will get a chance to actually try this first. So looks like it sounds interesting. Sounds interesting. I'll keep you guys posted as more information gets posted about this. So granted, they've got to compete with Disney. They've got to compete with literally compete with Epic, because it is right behind them. You can see the fireworks from Epic when you're at SeaWorld. You can actually see them. They're literally that close to each other. So yeah. SeaWorld is quite happy that Epic Universe is there so they can cannibalize their visitors, so to speak. So yeah, what do you guys think?
I'm intrigued. Now, weren't they building another attraction that Mac was building, like a theater?
Yes, that's the
attraction?
Arctic. What was it? The Arctic.
So they're getting 2 new attractions.
Yes.
Wow.
So the one from Mac, the Arctic Expedition, over where the beluga whales are, that one's already open. I haven't had a chance to ride it yet because I just have I feel some kind of way about you requiring that I put stuff in a locker before they get on the attraction, but you're going to charge me $14 to use the locker. I got an issue with that. Yeah. So the Mac one is already in there now, and then they're having this one that's coming. So this should be really, really cool because a lot of their attractions are like outside, like the coasters and everything. So it's nice to get some inside ones in as well. So we just don't know. They say it's a suspended dark ride, but not sure how fast it goes and all of that. But we'll find out. So I'm gonna have to do some digging over here on the Vekoma site. Of course, Vekoma has a office in Orlando. Just a FYI. I think Mac does as well, if I'm not not mistaken. But I know Vekoma definitely does. So. Smooth ride experience with unlimited rotation toward any setting. Onboard audio, lighting, and interactive systems. So should be interesting. We will keep you guys posted. So going from there, over here to Dollywood, because a lot of Dollywood news lately. Dollywood's 2026 ride revealed. This is coming from Attractions Magazine. Night Flight Expedition Coaster / Whitewater Hybrid. So apparently this was announced at their 40th anniversary celebration in March, but no other details were announced. But they already have now. So it's going to be the Night Flight Expedition, the world's first indoor family hybrid coaster and whitewater river raft ride.
What?
I know, right? World's first indoor family hybrid coaster and whitewater river raft ride.
It's simulated. Like maybe you're in water and the vehicle is like a simulator.
This might make me take a ride and actually go to this when this opens because I want to see that.
I know.
I'm thinking that's probably what it is, but thanks to Wallen Ballin, actually, shout out to Wallen Ballin. Okay, here's the animated look at what this is. And FYI, Mac Rides is doing this.
The Whitewater Rapids. Climb majestic mountain peaks and dare to navigate beyond the familiar, deep into the heart of the night, and discover the light. The Whitewater Rapids.
That looks freaking cool. I don't know what you guys think.
Okay, so it looks like it's just an indoor river rapids ride, but you're in a boat and not in a round raft.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That looks like fun.
I've always seen these outside. I've never seen one as an indoor dark ride, which would be perfect for Dollywood, because one of like where Dollywood is physically located, it's not the same whether it's in Orlando, but having this inside, can you imagine like what the sets would look like? You know, you're in the Smoky Mountains,
right? Ooh.
You know,
the theming. Oh, it makes sense. Think about it. Up in the Smokies, they have a lot of caverns.
Yeah.
So it's really in keeping with like the local stuff. Huh.
That's what I love this. It makes me excited for just like what the scenery is gonna look like with the indoor, and you're in an indoor, river ride. It's not slow like the Pirates of the Caribbean track boat ride. Not like that. This looks amazing. I've never seen anything like this.
I'm excited for a ride like that. It's like, thrilling, but like, and almost anyone could ride it,
Yeah, and that's the thing, especially one, of course, with Mac coasters, and two, like at Dollywood, because it's such an emphasis on family-friendly attractions. Hey, BR guys, says hi, Lorena, Erica, and Tom. I've always wanted to visit Dollywood. Same here, but now I'm definitely waiting until after this is open because I want to ride it so much. Yes, I
want to go because the cinnamon bread food, but Jesus.
I want that too.
When's it supposed to open?
Well, let's see here. It is saying, hang on. When are we going to? Spring 2026.
Oh, wow. And the Dollywood resorts, if you guys have not been on YouTube to see the Dollywood resorts, they're beautiful. Like, I really want to stay at one of the Dollywood hotels.
I want to do Smoky Mountain Christmas at Dollywood. That is on my bucket list to do that. I just
I just need to find out if they're dog friendly at the hotels because
that's a yeah, that's a good point. I would think that they would at least have one, you know, now. But in the Dollywood 40th anniversary documentary, Dollywood VP Pete Owens teased the park's new attractions will continue to tell the Wildwood Grove story and celebrate nighttime in the Smokies. And at a cost of more than $50 million, Night Flight Expedition is not just a new ride, but the most significant attraction investment in the history of Dollywood Parks and Resorts. 5.5-minute experience aboard custom-designed amphibious vehicles. Riders will embark on 4 distinct adventures, soar over the Smoky Mountains, plunge into Whitewater Rapids, climb a mountain range, and explore a bioluminescent lake, each offering a unique experience.
Wow.
That is...
Jeez.
I would love...
The butterflies. Which is the motif of the park is butterflies. That's so pretty.
Would this count as a near thrill ride? I would say yes for the Whitewater adventure, but it's probably not super bouncy. But we'll see. We'll see. Be Our Guys, yes, I believe that it is. I think I read something like that on X. The ride tech premiered in France. I think it's what Mac Rides showed in France, and then boom, we get the news that that Dollywood is getting this 5.5-minute ride versus Tron. Need I say more? I know, right? It's such a gorgeous attraction, and it looks like it's going to be that, and especially if you've been like in Tennessee up there, just like what the Smoky Mountains look like, and just the scenery is gorgeous. Yep, 50 million, and I cannot wait to see this happen. Epic Universe needs something like this very much, indoor, and it looks fairly tolerable for all ages. The thing with indoor, because of the weather here and the mold, that's kind of like what they have to combat. So I would think it would be nice if they had something like this. Like you take the Jurassic River ride, that one's like scale it down so it's kind of like more of like a family friendly kind of thing. I think that would go over well. Yeah, Dollywood is, again, like I said, Dollywood is on my bucket list. And you go every year?
Man.
Oh my gosh. Oh, so since you go every year, Will Johnson, I'm going to ask you this question. Is the cinnamon bread given to you in a loaf pan? Or do they just like give it to you baked in like in a bag or on a plate? Because I think we were wondering last week when we looked at a picture that someone had of the cinnamon bread at Dollywood. Do they have it like in a bread pan for you?
I thought they put it in a
Okay, that explains it. Okay, thank you. Because we were like, is that how you get it? Okay, cool. Thank you for that. But yes, the ride system. Let's see, you're going to experience 4 different rides at Dollywood President Eugene Naughton. You're going to soar, you're going to plunge, you're going to climb, drop like a roller coaster, and you're going to navigate to a very special lake. And I'm betting that's something out of Dolly Parton's childhood. That's going to be nuts. And no one has ever put all of those different experiences together in one attraction. So the ride system, which earned Mac Rides a 2025 Amusement Today Golden Ticket for Best New Innovation, will also be wrapped with multimedia projections, onboard and off-board audio, special lighting effects to immerse guests in the nighttime adventure. And yes, BR guys, this was introduced at Futurescope in France earlier this year.
You know, to be such innovators, they could really update their own theme park. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Europa Park has areas that's just like, okay, y'all need to do something here because it's so old. Like, come on, your animatronics like.
Oh,
I'm like, oh no, it's bad.
Have they entered Five Nights at Freddy's territory?
Yeah, they've got some areas that's just like it is really bad. Like, come on, y'all, do something here.
Not good. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Dolly says a lot of people ask me about my favorite season in the Smokies, but no one ever asked me what my favorite time of day is, Dolly Parton said. Our new ride sends you out into the mountains at night, which is the time that I think they really come to life. It's pure mountain magic. Wow. It's going to be in a temperature controlled facility that's 3 stories high, Erica. 3 stories.
So, wow. Interesting. So Super Enthused went to Dollywood and went on the train and was able to film the area where they've started groundwork for the attraction.
Oh, okay, cool.
And the show building, unless it was just the camera, maybe it didn't capture the grandness of it. Maybe in person it looks bigger than on camera, but on camera I was like, I don't know, it looks small to me. I'm like, they're gonna fit what in there? But it could be wrong. I could be wrong. It could be something that just maybe it's a lot larger in person than what it came through on camera.
Mm-hmm. That could be possible. Will Johnson says, I think Europa Park is beautiful, but I agree they're busy sending their innovation elsewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. And to be fair, that is their main bread and butter is building attractions for other companies or theme parks. The Europa Park's kind of, it just happens to be there. It's not really what pays the bills for the families.
They said, y'all can wait. Y'all can wait. We got to deliver, other stuff, elsewhere. Oh, thank you, Vinny T. Yeah, Dollywood is, again, Dollywood is so gorgeous. And I'm just like, I have to go there. And Nita, hey, my dear, says, I love Dollywood. It's the best and very pleasant in every way. Yeah. Again, that's that one. Smoky Mountain Christmas. When I do that, I'm going to be blogging that like crazy. I'm sorry, Eric. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'm just dreaming of food. I'm hungry, so food is on my mind. So I'm like, fried chicken sounds good. That cinnamon bread sounds good. I'm like, dang. And all I had was this bowl of popcorn. I'm ready to eat.
Cinnamon bread to go. Yeah, this is going to be insane. Absolutely insane. Hey, Major. Anita says you never have to worry about what your children experience while at Dollywood. Yeah, Dollywood. Dollywood looks just amazing. I'm so glad to hear that Dollywood has really been amping up their game. I mean, they've been focused, on customer service and providing just an amazing experience when you go. So yeah, I am definitely going to keep you guys posted with what's going on with Dollywood, because we talk mainly about the Florida theme parks and some of the theme parks in California, but we would be real remiss if we did not talk about Dollywood, okay? Because Dollywood is awesome. I'm excited so much about what's coming in that part. Well, excited that almost 200 of you are watching between YouTube, of course, out to Erica's channel, out to Tom's channel. So glad to see you all. How do y'all feel about the Six Flags merger? I'm not happy about it.
Apparently, it's gone downhill. It's not
Yeah,
working out.
yeah. I wasn't really too keen on that in the first place, and it has not turned out well, which is a shame. Which is a shame. But speaking of things that are a shame, and again, welcome to like over 200 of you guys watching. This is a very delicate subject. There's different nuances to this subject. So as we talk about it, please do keep in mind it's a very human tragedy in the end. A family has lost, a son, a brother, a partner, and it's a very sad story. But also keep in mind that there are warnings and signage about thrill rides that are not there just to be there. They are there for a reason. So to get started, this is coming from Marvin Montanaro over on That Park Place. Hey Marvin, how you doing? Guest dies after riding Stardust Racers at Universal Orlando's Epic Universe. Cause of death ruled accidental. Now, since I live in the area, I've watched this particular coaster get built. I've seen a lot of after hours testing. I mean, this thing was like testing on the regular before team members could actually get on it. When Tom and I and Linda visited Epic Universe, they had this attraction running, and to say it's intense is an understatement, but the intensity of this coaster is what was the attraction in the first place, because we had dueling dragons over at Islands of Adventure. I rode that, and I freaking love dueling dragons. So they brought it and, let's say, upped it by a factor of 10 with Stardust Racers. With the preview, you saw like how fast it went, the inversions and everything that it went through. It's not a family-friendly coaster. And that's okay, because there's coasters for everyone, but this one is specifically a thrill ride type of coaster, and the visuals are stunning. How it shows up at night, even if you weren't watching it, you could just, the one place where you see where the trains come off of the loading area and they come down and they cross, and then literally you can hear how intense the launch is, which is funny because both of them have the flux capacitor in the in the back train, so you can see it. So it looks like they're taking off to go back to the future, and it's an insane attraction. The only reason that I didn't get a chance to ride it is because I ran out of time when I was at the park. I know Tom was like, no, not for me.
Nope. I don't get me wrong. If my neck wasn't the way it was, I'd get on it in a second.
Right. And it's like knowing, okay, it's like I have a certain limitation, that I can't really go on this, go on this attraction. Some people can't fit into the way that the overhead restraint is. Some people can't fit into that, so they can't ride it due to body restrictions. But when you walk up to that, and we did, and it puts all the verbiage on there of how intense that attraction is, and people who should not ride, weak back, weak neck, heart conditions, physical limitations, spinal issues, they make it very plain who should not be advised to ride this attraction. And should you decide to ride it, it is at your own risk. Disney has the same kind of verbiage on a lot of their attractions as well. Do you guys remember when Mission Space first opened? Do you guys remember that? not too long after it first opened. Because when it opened, I was excited to ride it because that's what I wanted to do, to go on mission space. This was when it was purely the Vomit Comet ride. They didn't have like the green mission.
Yeah. I remember that now.
Remember that? They were like,
Yeah,
yes,
and
powered by HP. All right. It's like space flight. I'm like, cool, let's go and do it. But not too long after that attraction was open, unfortunately, a young boy died on the attraction. And it turns out that the boy had like a undiagnosed heart condition. So I think they wound up suing Disney, but it got settled, out of court, because they make it very plain who should not ride this particular attraction. And it's not something that they just pulled out of their backside. Okay. Because somebody like me, who's an engineer, okay, when we have to take all of these physics courses, mechanical engineering, fluid dynamics, all of that stuff, there are so many physics problems that I had to do that related to coasters, G's that are produced, speed, velocity, all of that stuff. And some of those G's are very, very, strong to, like, if you try to pull against them, you could possibly snap your neck sometimes or severely injure, your neck. So they're not making this, they're not putting that out there for their health. Yes, it is a legal thing, but at the same time, you are advised of the risk of riding this particular attraction. It's like when you go to a gym, okay? They're saying you exercise at your own risk. And unfortunately, how many people go to a gym and, they unfortunately pass away. So we'll just read this a little bit here. On Wednesday night, September 17th, a tragedy struck Universal Orlando's new Epic Universe theme park when a guest was found unresponsive after riding the park's signature Stardust Racers roller coaster. The man was transported to a local hospital where he was later pronounced dead. On Thursday, the Orange County Sheriff's Office identified the deceased as 32-year-old Kevin Rodriguez Zavala. So much condolences to the Zavala family. This is really extremely heartbreaking. Dr. Joshua Stephanie, the chief medical examiner for the Orlando area, confirmed an autopsy was conducted. Any death that is suspicious, they have to do an autopsy on by law. So the cause of death was determined to be multiple blunt impact injuries, and the manner of death was ruled an accident. So when they talk about multiple blunt impact injuries, and I know I've heard some people talk like, oh, they got hit by something. No. Blunt force trauma is when an object hits you. Someone uses an object to hit you. Impact is you hitting that particular object.
Picture you hit your brakes in your car and you hit your dashboard.
Yes, that's exactly it. And unfortunately, this guy, he wound up passing out in the attraction. When you do that,
you can't stop yourself from getting hit.
Exactly.
It's like, unfortunately, they say that when people are drinking and they get into an accident, they're more pliable because they're flopping around. But on something like that you're going to hit things multiple times and you can't stop yourself from doing it, and you already have an injury that can limit what you can do, that's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm. Because how many times have you seen, was it the slingshot, I think? Or seen videos of people on this slingshot ride and they're like screaming and all of a sudden they pass out and they're just kind of running. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you pass out, you have no control over what you're doing. You're at the mercy of whatever vehicle that you're in, unfortunately. But Stephanie's statement did not Did not provide details about where the injuries occurred on the body or how exactly they were sustained. Of course not, because that is detailed in the coroner's report, which is
They don't need to release that.
yeah, they really don't.
It's bad enough what happened. They don't need to release that.
No. Only thing that they need to release to the press is cause of death. That's it. Not the exact place on the body that things happened, because have you guys ever gone to an autopsy?
I
Our
mean, no,
daughter
but I
used
used
to
to
do them
watch.
for a living.
Yeah.
Yeah, our daughter was a medical examiner.
I got to do that for AP bio class. We went to the Philadelphia medical examiner's office, which is one of the coolest field trips I've ever. I know. I'm
Lorena's
weird.
morbid side.
I know. I'm kind of weird. But at one time, I wanted to be a
Wait,
homicide
kind of?
detective. Yeah, I know. Understand. But at one time, I wanted to be a homicide detective, which meant I was going to have to watch or deal with a lot of medical examiners, and
I
bodies
was
with
going to
toe
college
tags.
for crime scene investigation, so yeah.
It just fascinated me with that, and how, the coroner, because same thing like CSI, dead body. Okay.
Yeah.
Coroner's got to go through and find the cause of death. And it's not something that's very simple and cut and dried. It's a lot of work and analysis that goes into that. And sometimes, more often than not, the coroner's report will tell you the cause of death, but it won't exactly tell you exactly how that death came around. So that's how you have the crime scene investigation and all that stuff that goes on. So let's see. The findings immediately prompted questions from the industry experts. Of course, experts, pundits, you're always going to have that happen. Dennis Spiegel, CEO of the International Theme Park Services, called the autopsy's conclusion pretty shocking. He noted the lack of detail left many questions answered. Well, then again, to the point, the coroner only has to tell you what the cause of death was. They're not going to release the entire report that shows, at least not now anyway, the report that shows you where on the body certain things happened, everything down to what it was that they ate for their last meal. They're not going to release that to you right away, because there's another investigation that has to go on. So you're not going to get that. Was it the head of the chest? Was he banging around? Was he in the seat properly? Was it an accident caused by the ride or him doing something? That's something that has to be investigated. You're not going to get that the day after it happens, not even possibly the week after, that happens. So just to kind of remind folks, unlike CSI, you do not get all the answers for this in 55 minutes.
No, and the real CSI stuff takes a lot longer than everybody thinks.
Yeah.
And the science behind it and everything is, it's insane, the work that goes into it, and everybody thinks it's so fast. It's nothing like that.
No, not at all.
I used to watch Dr. G, medical examiner, there in Orlando. She had her show.
Yeah, I watched that too.
Dude, I had never actually seen a real morgue before until, I'm surprised they even allowed the cameras back there where she worked. And it was quite the sight of, if you wanted to theme something for Halloween and you wanted inspiration out of the real thing, you could get some serious inspiration. Like, it was, you gotta have that as a calling, and you gotta have a special stomach for that line of work.
You do.
Yep.
You have to have the stomach for it. You also have to have the state of mind where the dead have secrets for what happened to them.
Yeah. And
you have to have that drive and that desire to find out what it is that the dead body is trying to tell you. It's you have to be someone who pays so much attention to to detail that it is absolutely insane. And the freezer section is pretty cool too.
I know, that was crazy. People like in the movies, they make it look like you're in this bed like vault, and which I'm sure I know that exists too. But there are other ways of them, you know, putting bodies in a freezer, and I had never. It really, I mean, it wasn't even startling. It was fascinating, and that scene on that one episode is just seared in me because I had never seen anything like it. I mean, you've got bodies in like clear bags, and they're just hanging on like racks, and it's just crazy. I mean, they had a lot of it blurred out, but you knew what you were looking at, despite the show blurring, faces and body parts out. And she's walking in there like, it's just another day of the office, and yeah. These are the ones over here I got to catch up on. They're behind, like paperwork, like she's behind on paperwork, and then they had another section of all the Jane Does and the John Does, the unidentified. Yeah, it was I was like, well, Orlando's busy. I will say that.
Yeah, our daughter was up in Newark, so very busy with a bunch of stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, my AP bio teacher said, he said the city of Philadelphia never disappoints us. And sure enough, while we were there, they wheeled in a couple of other bodies too. Like, oh, let's look at what happened to this person. I'm like, yeah, let's see what happened. But yeah, it's really something else. And something else that I remember from Dr. G's show was, unfortunately, she had to do an autopsy of someone who their family flew to Orlando for vacation, and one of the family members was unresponsive on the plane. So she actually got a call from the police saying, they were unresponsive on the plane, and this person died. And that's, she was getting ready to receive that particular body to do an autopsy on. It was very sobering, which reminded me, even though you're on vacation, tragedy doesn't,
it doesn't discriminate.
Yeah, exactly. So Spiegel's remarks highlight the uncertainty surrounding the tragedy and the critical role of the ongoing investigation by the Orange County Sheriff's Office. Yes, they do have to do that. They've got, their CSI folks that are out there. And I think they concluded that on-site investigation already. But of course, Universal Orlando has issued multiple statements. Disney has done this too, when there's been tragedies on their attractions. So Universal is cooperating with the Orange County Sheriff's Office following a tragic event involving a guest at Epic Universe on Wednesday night. I wonder why it's Orange County Sheriff and not... Never mind. I know the reason. I was like, why isn't it OPD?
I could tell you why. Yeah,
why is that?
It's the park is done by Orange County Sheriffs. It's always running the sheriff because it's considered private property.
Okay, because I've seen OPD.
Yeah, they're there, but the sheriffs usually handle stuff like this.
Okay. So the guest became unresponsive after riding Stardust Racers and was transported to the hospital, where the guest later died. So they did not die on Universal property. They died at the hospital. If they had died at Universal property, they would have been pronounced at the scene.
Yep.
So that's the difference. So let's see. We are devastated by this event and extend our sincerest sympathies to the guests' loved ones. We are fully committed to cooperating with this ongoing investigation. The attraction remains closed. I believe it's still closed today, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't heard anything about it opening. So following the release of the autopsy results, Universal said it could not comment further due to the active investigation, which is basically the lawyers say, shut up until the people who are tasked with this get done with their particular work. So that's what they're going to get. So this is what Stardust Racers looks like. Breathtaking dual launch coaster reaching incredible speeds of up to 62 miles per hour. And there's a crisscross and an inverted maneuver called the Celestial Spin. And Erica, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Mac have to slow down
Mm-hmm.
the speed?
There was an area of the coaster where when they were measuring the G-forces were a little too high. And I mean, just like by a hair. So they had to figure out a way to slow down the coaster in that particular area. So they installed like a braking system where it slows the train down. So when it reaches that area, it's at the G-force that it's supposed to be at by law, because coaster manufacturers have to abide by, I forgot the name of the agency, but there is an agency
OSHA?
that all attractions, not OSHA, it's another one. Or it might be OSHA. I thought it was a different one. But they have to abide by, like, you can only go so fast and G-forces can only go so. I mean, there are parameters with coaster companies, but at the same time, it's not stopping them really from really pushing the envelope on, you know, how far they can go with the thrills. And I still take issue with being strapped in from the waist down. I think at some point it's going to be a volcano that's going to erupt in the industry. And one day I feel like I'm going to say, I told you so.
Oh, this isn't this is a waist down restraint, not an over the head restraint.
Yeah, you're only, so you do have a thing that comes over you, but you are physically only restrained from the waist down.
That's one of the reasons I didn't ride it.
I get you.
So just because you have something that comes over you like this doesn't mean that you're restrained from the shoulders and you're locked into the seat from the shoulders, like your back all the way down to your feet. So when you're on an attraction like this, and Intamin's another one I take issue with, because they tend to build their coasters the same way, except Intamin trains are known for just the lap part that comes like this.
Right. And
but it's the same thing. It's just a different version of it. It's all it is. And it could be that one company's got a patent on one style and the other one has a patent on theirs, and Lord forbid they copy each other.
Yeah. Because if I remember, sorry, go ahead, Erica.
Oh no, yeah. I just go on tangents on stuff like this because I feel like if you're going, and it's not even so much the speed, it's the force. Because Kumba maxes out at like 55 miles an hour, but it has areas where it's got the strongest G-forces in the industry, and that's a really old coaster. So you can't go by just, this is going 74 miles an hour, like out here with Terran, which is an Intamin coaster, versus Mac right here. This coaster goes at 62 miles an hour at its peak. But it's not about the speed, it's about the force, and you're getting the forces with the twists and turns. And your body can only take so much gravitational pull, whether it's on the plus G or the 0 Gs. And we're only accustomed to what we're on the ground. And every body's body is different. So this is where on a coaster, for example, when they have the height restrictions, it's about body maturity. If you have a person that has dwarfism, even though they're shorter than what the park says is allowable, most of the time they will let them ride because they have the body maturity. They're an adult. They're fully grown. versus a child that doesn't meet the height requirement because they haven't reached enough body maturity to technically be able to handle the forces of that attraction. But even then, parents have to assess, you know, your child better than anybody. You know, can my
Right.
kid handle this? You know, and I don't mean emotionally or psychologically. I mean, like, we're talking you're physiologically speaking, you know, going back. And the thing is a lot of this stuff isn't even out there for the public to know. All they have is the signage, but it's not like you're getting as huge explanation as to why the rules are there, like an in-depth understanding of what the human body can take and maybe can't take depending on the person. So I have very much been against these companies imitating the free fall, because that's what they're imitating on these newer designs. And Intamin started the whole freaking thing with I want to go back to not Cheetah Hunt, because Cheetah Hunt, you're strapped from the shoulders. And I'm surprised they haven't changed out the trains on that one. It could be cost, but I'm really surprised they haven't upgraded to the lap system. But when you're free falling, you know, and you're only strapped from the waist down, you can't predict what your body's going to do. And depending on the force, depends if you're going to be thrusted back or thrusted this way or that way. And then you've got, you know, like my sister pointed out, because she did technical writing for Disney, and Rock and Roller Coaster was one of the manuals that she worked on. And she's like, you know, you'd really be surprised what people do in a panic and out of excitement on coasters. She's like, you'd be surprised that people mid flying around will try to get out because they're just in total panic mode and they don't know what else to do, which is dangerous to them. Or they're so excited and apparently the thrill isn't enough for what the manufacturer put into it, that they have to do stupid things and, or they're leaning over on purpose. And because they want more of the thrill, and then they wonder, and then that presents an issue, a safety issue for the guest. And there's a reason why when you sit in the train, they tell you how to position your body when you're in the train. Your shoulders back, your head back. If you even look at how trains are designed, the seats, if the back goes higher than your head, then it's meant for you to make sure your head is completely back.
Right.
And keep your body back. But then you're at the mercy of the G-forces. Can your chest cavity handle it? And that's another issue, because we're not fully grown technically until we're in our mid-20s. So you get someone in there with underlying medical conditions, whether they're aware of it or not. Can your chest cavity take it? You know, or maybe there's weight issues. You know, I mean, there's just so many factors, and I really wish they would get a hold of it. I will not ride a coaster. I don't care how fabulous it is. I value my life. Thank you. Life is fragile enough, and I don't like what they're doing. If you want the free fall experience, just sign up for skydiving. Just go do that, you know. And why is it these manufacturers feel the need to have to create that feeling on a roller coaster? It should be mandatory. You're strapped in from the shoulder all the way down to your feet to ensure that at least your back and your spine are somewhat in the seat, secured. And you have something else to hang on to. Like for me, I have to hang like this. I can't just hang on to something in front of me. I still feel like I'm going to flip out of the seat. And I don't like that feeling like I'm going to flip out of it by being harnessed from the waist down. So if I'm not secured up here to hang on, to really grip my body into the seat and get my back like on Montu, I can do that. And on Kumba, I can do that. I can't do that on an Intamin coaster, at least not the newer ones that they've been building since they built Cheetah Hunt, the newer ones post Cheetah Hunt. And anyway, so this is just my biggest rant on
No, then there's and that's understandable because because you have these, there's a difference between your family coaster and your
mega coaster.
which are made for thrill seekers, of which I'm one of those crazy people who will actually do that. I'm like, yes, please recreate what it's like to take off in an F-22. That's what I want to, that's what I want to try.
Okay.
But that's the difference. There's the family coasters, but once you get into this area of thrill coasters, and I'm glad you brought up about pressure points, because some of them with the restraints that come over but are meant to keep you in a certain position at a certain pressure point, whether it's from the waist up or over the shoulder, or like with Intamin Velocicoaster, which I think goes 72 miles per hour, I believe, with what that one does. So I want to say the out of the seat experience, that's the one where you go over the megalodon and you kind of get twisted like that, which feels like you're coming out. The hi-hat inversion is absolutely that one's freaking insane. The G-forces on those are, this is going to scare people, way less than the simulated G-force that you will get on Mission Space, on the Orange mission. That one is several G's, which you actually physically feel it pushing on your chest. With a coaster, depending on the G's that are being generated, yeah, it goes into that particular territory where if you do have an underlying heart condition, you don't want to mess with that, because you don't know what that can do to you. So that's not out there for health or whatever. But when the engineers start calculating just how many G-forces on there, like for example, I think it was King Dakar that they had to go back and they delayed the opening because the crash test dummies, the necks were snapping.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So there's the models that you run, and then the test dummies that you put in. And if it's like, okay, so something's wrong here, we have to change it out. But either way, that's what they calculate. That's there. So again, when you have stupid people, and Erica's absolutely right, because I've never done this, stupid people who want to wave their arms up and around, when you've got, a G-force that could possibly snap your arm off, or people who want to pull their head up and look around and next thing you know, it's, that way. As someone who's done a whole heck of a lot of physics, that freaks me out when people do that, because I know what's going on that they can't see. Anytime I see a coaster, all I freaking see is equations like in CSI, when you see all that stuff going on. That's what I see with what's going on. So it's like, yes, it's a thrill coaster. One, bigger, higher, faster, but you also have to keep in mind, one, not doing stupid stuff that you're not supposed to freaking be doing anyway when you go on these things, and also know your health as well. Oh, go ahead, Eric.
I would advise people be really careful with the peer pressure, and talk to your kids about the peer pressure, because nobody knows more than themselves what they can and can't handle. Not only are you looking at the physical aspect of what your body is put through on a coaster, but there is also such a thing as literally going into cardiac arrest for being so terrified. That is a thing. I know it's rare, but it can happen. So I don't care how old you are. Really be careful with the peer pressure and the teasing, and pressuring someone that, doesn't want to go, but you're making them feel like they're either a loser or they're missing out. Just don't, because these coasters, they're nothing to mess around with when you're making a decision to go on one or not.
Yeah, 100% exactly. You don't have to be like, for example, I'm one of those weird people, me and my sister, we love doing thrill coasters. Although the last time I was on a Velocicoaster, I was like, maybe I should have drank some more water because I'm feeling a little dizzy. I'm no longer a spring chicken, the way that I used to be. But no, you do not have to ride it. That's why there's plenty of places to sit and watch everybody else screaming their head off, as they're riding. You don't have to. Like, I wanted to ride Stardust Racers. I didn't get a chance to do it, but I didn't feel like I had less of an experience at Epic Universe because I didn't get a chance, to ride it. And again, I'm one of the craziest coaster
You had more
riders.
fun on that carousel than anything else. You were grinning a mile a minute.
That carousel was freaking fun. That is the most fun carousel I've ever been on. No joke. Fanny Willis Booty is in the chat. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for that $9.99 super chat, my dear. Let me hit you up with the old school one. This is pathetic.
Join in, folks. It's yodeling time. Here at Lester's.
Elephant green screen effect.
Thank you, Fanny Willis Booty, for that $9.99 super chat. I appreciate your support of my channel. You guys, super chats help keep the lights on, keep the StreamYard going, keep the crazy Stark internet that I have going to provide a great experience for you all with these live streams. So, Yo-Yo Lorena, I just saw a video on the DA's channel where Tatiana Maslany tells her fans to cancel Disney, and you say, what fans? Yeah, I did say that. I did say that on that. I think that was Variety's post too. I'm Variety's favorite troll. I'm gonna say that much. Yeah, I'm like, what hands? Really? So I'm glad you like that. This is classic. Cheers to you and your guests. Much love. Well, thank you so much, my dear. And yeah, every B, C, D, E, F, and G list actor is coming out whining about Jimmy Kimmel getting suspended.
Booted.
Yeah, suspended, booted. We need to do that. So yeah, whatever. Who gives a crap about Jimmy Kimmel? Yeah. FAFO. You just found out the FO part. Just saying. We're going to talk about that more on Tuesday, because there's a reason all of these celebrities used to be a celebrity, want to be a celebrity in their own mind is coming out because of Jimmy Kimmel. Even Eisner, who needs to have several seats right now, my dear. Okay, so oh my gosh, Erica, you got a roll?
Yeah, I gotta get some work done around here while there's still daylight.
No,
and I can start decorating once all the deep cleaning is done. And yes, I will be videoing our decorating and our behind the scenes effects I'll be doing this year as soon as my order gets here.
All right. Well, folks, you can find Erica on Hanging with Erica and Roth. I'll have the link to her channel after the stream is over. You can go over there. Make sure that you're subscribed to her channel, because I can't wait for her Halloween decoration videos to come out. I'm telling you, I can't wait. I cannot wait. All right, my dear, you take care. Good seeing you.
Yeah, have a good stream. I have you guys on in the background while I'm cleaning and stuff.
All right. So yes, please do go subscribe to Erica's channel. I see over 285 of you guys watching between YouTube and X. So please do heart the stream on X. Give it a thumbs up on YouTube. That is your price of admission, which is cheaper than any theme park out there. I think I facepalmed when I saw Eisner's post. Yeah, it's like, dude, just go away.
Dude, when Eisner said that, I'm like, get lost.
I know. It's like when the drunk uncle decides to pipe up. It's just go back to sleep.
It's like, forget it.
Go back to sleep. Let's see. Did you hear about the metal hanging down? That's what someone supposedly observed I do not know how true
He
that
said it
is.
was reported by Channel 9 wrongly, probably.
Probably. I can't think of if there was any metal ever hanging down, why did it not happen through any
Before.
testing? I've
Yeah.
never seen that, at all. So you have to be careful when people seem to be in a hurry to be first and not in a hurry to be right when it comes to these things. So let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, so again, to go with some humanity, again with this about Mr. Zavala. So update: the Orange County Sheriff's Office incident reports Zavala had a pre-existing spinal injury. That is nothing to mess with, especially when you have G-force compressions happening.
Yeah.
Just
that-
no.
No.
No, G-forces can compress on you in a matter of a fraction of a second. They're nothing to mess with. There's a reason why for the space program they have,
Yeah. And spinal injuries can
stuff they
cause you to
have.
black out real easy. If they press the wrong thing, you're done. You'll go down.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So the incident occurred at 9:20 p.m. Zavala was pronounced dead at 10:05 p.m. at Orlando Regional Medical Center. ORMC is the trauma center. So that's why usually when accidents happen, you're not sent to like just any regular old ER. ORMC is a trauma center. So that's why they go there.
It's sad. It sucks that
It,
they were there for a vacation and it happened, but
yeah, it's really sad. And actually, Kevin is a local. He is actually a local. I can't find the picture right now, but there's a picture of him at Epic.
yes,
He is a local, and I think this is his fiance who's arranged a GoFundMe. So if people are interested in the GoFundMe, I will put a link to the GoFundMe over in the description box of the video when you guys are over. I'd heard there was a GoFundMe, but I wanted to wait until something official had been announced because anybody can start a GoFundMe. But it turns out that this particular one is legit. So if you're interested and you are so inclined, you can go over and give a donation to his GoFundMe. I know that there are some people who have, I guess either ill-informed or just trying to make a point, which, they're like, well, they're going to sue and get all this money anyway. That means nothing when the funeral home wants to be paid.
Yep.
Before they do anything. Okay. So it's a good thing that people are willing to, to help out with this because it is really tragic. As someone who has had to scramble to get funds together to pay for a loved one's funeral because death was so sudden and out of the blue. This is definitely helpful, especially if the family was struggling in the first place. So for those who don't know, funerals are freaking expensive.
Yep. I won't get into that whole industry because I have a little bit of insight on it. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't gone through that. It's extremely expensive. Let's see. I saw another one come through. Go and Shogi. Thank you so very much for this $5 super chat, my dear. I sure do appreciate it. Appreciate it.
I know you want the goodies. Welcome to the goodie room.
So for $5, Go and Shogi says they're only mad about Kimmel because it means they're losing ground. It's not about a show. He's just their pathetic to banner to wave. That's pretty much it. And even simpler, it's how would you put it? It's okay to cancel people when we do it. We meaning Hollywood lefties, you know. But it's not okay if one of theirs gets quote unquote canceled. And I won't even say canceled, because canceled, that's like a concerted effort to silence someone. This was basically your employer's like, look, you're making us lose money, you're making us look bad, so you're fired or you're suspended. That's different. So for those of you who are whining about, oh, but free speech is to protect you from repercussions from your government. Okay. Free speech does not mean that you can call your boss an a-hole and not get fired because of it. That's the difference. And if you don't know the difference, go back and read the First Amendment. It's up there. It's up there. The more you know. I need that effect, with the more you know, with the star.
You got to get that, yeah.
I get that one. Because it's so true. But again, like I said, we're going to talk about it on Tuesday, because it is not by accident that you see all of these celebrities at Time for God and people you hadn't heard from in forever all of a sudden acting like Jimmy Kimmel is the best thing to come around. Please, Jimmy Kimmel is the same guy who did blackface. I'm just saying, but you can go look for that. But yeah, something. Yeah, thank you, Go and Shogi, for that. I appreciate it. Something.
You got another super.
I did. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, hey, Buddy Hepburn. Let me get on that in a little bit. Let's see. Fannie Willis Booty for another $4.90. Well, $4.99 this time. So let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out which one do I want to hit you. Oh, we'll go with the old stick. Just thanks for being so caring, Lorena. That's why I rock with you. Well, you are very welcome. I don't really talk about it much on the show, but I think that it's germane to the situation. My mother, unfortunately, was a victim of medical malpractice. So I know what it's like when you see a loved one, just do whatever they do, their daily thing. And then the next thing, you get a call from the hospital basically saying that your relative is brain dead. There's nothing that prepares you to have that happen. So people can argue about, oh, what's this detail, and they didn't do this, and what's Universal going to do, and X, Y, and Z. All of that is noise, because right now you have a person who was a son, a brother, an uncle, a fiance, a boyfriend, who is no longer with the family. And the family has to scramble to figure out what to do when it comes to making his final arrangements. So it's great to spitball all this stuff, but at the crux of this, remember, it's a very, very human tragedy, and people are trying to handle this and deal with it as much as they possibly can. So yes, he was thank you, Fannis Willis Booty. Who said, and I saw that too, going by Avatar. Buddy Hepburn says updated report says he was in a wheelchair and had ridden the ride earlier, so it may be a compound issue. Yeah, he was in a wheelchair, and there's a picture of Kevin. He's in a wheelchair, and he's over in Super Nintendo World. And the one where you can, punch the little boxes and everything. So there's a picture of him doing that, and he looks so happy. He looks absolutely happy. It's just, unfortunately took a gamble, and this is what happened. But he was obviously at a place that he really loved and enjoying. So yeah, just keep in mind when you do talk about it that there is a very very human person, human tragedy, and human story behind that. Sorry to hear that, Lorena Creole. I'll thank you. It's I don't talk about it. I don't talk about it very much. But whenever I hear stories like this, super tragic stories, like this, it really hits me. So that's why I kind of try to inject some humanity, because sometimes in this theme park space, okay, more often than not, we can be kind of direct with what we're talking about, not to be jerks, but sometimes yes we can be, but we're spitballing, we're throwing this stuff around. um you know it's like sports fans, you're always talking crap about the other team until somebody gets hit and they're not getting up, and then everybody's concerned. Yeah, it's something up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was not something that I expected to happen. Although I will say, not that it was good news, but I was able to help somebody else. A friend of mine who I'd gone to high school with, and my mom was actually babysat her daughter at one time. That daughter went to go get, I think, an operation on her tonsils, and she went into cardiac arrest. This was like a 17-year-old girl, and the hospitals weren't talking to her or anything. And her cousin, who I worked with, came and told me what happened. And the first thing that I did was I told him, I said, you need to get a hold of this particular attorney, which is what we had, because they're not telling you anything. I said, they're not going to tell you anything at all. They're not going to tell you. So I actually went to like sit with the family, because they were absolutely freaking devastated. And I was wondering why I had to go through all that crap. Well, that was the reason why, so I could help somebody else. So yeah, just keep in mind, that it's a very human story. And unfortunately, it's such a tragedy. We go to these parks to enjoy and have a good time, but also keep in mind the limitations that you have. And like Erica was saying, don't let anybody pressure you, into doing it. You do not have to go,
Unless it's a splash pad and they want to get you wet. There's a different story.
Yeah, that's different. But yeah, much condolences and many prayers to Kevin Zavala's family, because this is not something that they're going to get over. This is something that they have to get through, and that's going to take a lot of prayers, a lot of patience, a lot of support. Again, if you are so inclined, please do go ahead and donate to his GoFundMe. I'll put the link in the description box of the video. And if you can't donate, you know what? Just share it out, and I'll actually share it out on X as soon as not too long after the show is over. Hey, Guy Scar, much love, my dear. Says love you all. Have a blessed show weekend and stay safe. Well, I sure do appreciate that, my dear. Thank you so much for popping on in here. Let's see, 325 of you guys rocking with us. We're going to get through some other theme park news on a happier note. Anybody remember this banger? Well, okay. How come I can't?
I don't care what your mama says. Christmas time is near.
I don't care what your papa says. Christmas will soon be here.
All I know is that Santa Claus don't care about breaking no flying laws.
Just bringing goodies to boys and girls.
In every nook and cranny in this crazy old world. I wish it was Christmas today. I wish it was Christmas today.
So I'm bringing that up because they have announced the celebrity narrators for the Candlelight Processional 2025 over at Epcot, and I am always waiting for them to announce those for Christmas. You guys like that? Kermit and the Santa hat. That's what gets me every single darn time. I love Mariah Carey Christmas song. That's my thing. I freaking love Mariah Carey. Fanny, thank you so very, very much again for another $4.99 super chat. Oh my gosh, you guys are just so amazing. Here we go. I'll do this one.
Who here is a key grip? Hit that director in the face. Really fucking hard.
Oh, ow.
You better stay healthy, Lorena. I need my fix of you riding the haunted mansion. Well, yeah, I'm working on that. I've let too many unhealthy things go on for too long. So yes, I gotta stay healthy. Have to ride the haunted mansion so we can play many, many more rounds of the game. How many times are we gonna stop on this ride? How long before the salty cast member gets on the PA? And to tell people to stay in their seat, and which ghost is going to ride home with us. So thank you, Fannis Bill Spooty, for that. And go and Shokies, remember, for 13 months. 13 months. What's that about? Didn't I just sub? You get the member chat. I think that's what happens. So thank you for all of that. And hey, Bonzo, how you doing? The Mariah. I love Mariah. Okay. I'm just going to tell y'all that right now. All right. So breaking, Disney announces celebrity narrators for Candlelight Processional 2025 at Epcot. So the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays starts November 28th and runs till December 30th. I know one of my favorite parts is the Candlelight Processional, where the narrators tell a carefully curated story of Christmas. I'm saying that on purpose. With the help of a 50-piece orchestra and different choirs, and we finally know which narrators are coming this year. Now, the Candlelight Processional, still, it is wonderful. I have never seen an empty seat at any performance of the Candlelight Processional. Usually it is overflowing all the way back to the American Adventure. Tom, have you been to the Candlelight Processional?
Long time ago when I was past older.
Yeah, it is. It is not an understatement to say it is standing room only when they have performances of this, and it is absolutely amazing. They have the list of celebrity narrators. So Constance Wu is there this year, the 28th until the 29th. Jordan Fisher from the 30th to December 2nd. Jennifer Garner, that's definitely new, from the 3rd to the 4th. You've got Ashley Eckstein from the 5th to the 6th. She's done it before. Ralph Macchio from the 7th to the 8th. Leslie Uggams, I'm very interested in this. I've never seen her, from December 9th through the 10th. Marley Matlin from the 11th to the 13th. We've got Henry Winkler. We got the Fonz. The Fonz. From the 14th to the 15th. Lauren Daigle is going to be there from the 16th to the 17th. Gary Sinise from the 18th to the 19th. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be the first one to sell out.
Yep.
With the dining packages. And
I think Ralph Macchio might do it too.
Yeah, Ralph Macchio is probably going to be second to have that happen. But Gary Sinise just because for a while he didn't have a chance to do the candlelight processional, and then he started to come back. So that's also another really, really, really big one, because a lot of military families go to those performances that Gary Sinise is at. So we've got Brendan Fraser from the 20th to the 22nd. Louis Fonsi from the 23rd to the 24th. Of course, Despacito, he's a local guy. So yeah, I've seen him do the candlelight processional. He's really good. Joel Smallbone from the 25th to the 26th. And from the 27th to the 28th, we got Brie Larson, y'all.
Really?
Brie Larson is going to be here. I just have to go see her on General Principle. I just do because I'm just.
I'll watch from your stream.
Yeah, watch it. Just watch me. And Cheryl Lee Ralph from the 20th to the 30th. That's going to be absolutely fabulous. Fanny, oh my gosh, you are just absolutely blessing me with these. Here we go.
And the Disney stock just keeps going down and down and down. And then Bob Iger is all like,
Fanny Willis Booty for another $4.99 says that's when SNL was still good. Yes, it was actually funny. And being black, even my base little sis knows Kimmel is a closeted racist. Yeah, he is suspect. He's very, very, very suspect. I'll put it to you like that. So thank you for that super chat. I sure do appreciate it. You guys help keep my little channel chugging and going along. I appreciate the support. Let's see. Okay, so it is an incredible lineup. They have 3 performances, 5 p.m., 6:45 p.m., and 8:15 p.m. every night for the festival. The shows can fill up fast depending on who the narrator is. Although I would say regardless of who the narrator is, if you want to do the standby line, I suggest you get in the standby line at least an hour before performance time. I've done standby usually if I'm live streaming the candlelight processional. I'm usually there like over an hour ahead of time. I usually try to do the 6:45 p.m. show. 8, just in case if I can't get into the 6:45 one, I'm there to get in line for the 8:15 one. But that's the standby. So if you do not want to do the standby, they have something called the candlelight processional dining package, which is good and bad at the same time. Candlelight processional, that's the only thing where I will say find out, number one, which narrator performance you want to attend if you're going to be in town that day. And number 2, figuring out where you want to eat, because here's where it is. Okay. Excuse me. For the candlelight processional dining package, usually they are for very, very early lunch and dinner reservations. And usually for restaurants that aren't usually booked all the way out. Like I do not think Le Cellier is on the list. But this coveted ticket provides guests with a breakfast, lunch, or dinner meal at participating Epcot restaurants and guaranteed seating to the popular candlelight processional. So you get like a little sticker to put on you, and you get in the candlelight processional dining package line. That's the only one that will guarantee you a seat for the performance. They let in all the dining package folks first, and then they go to the standby line. So you can start making reservations 60 days out, starting on October 14th. If you're a Walt Disney World guest, you usually get the hotel guest. You get to do it a little bit earlier. You can book through the My Disney Experience app. Now, there are participating restaurants, and I kind of want to go through these a little bit to tell you which ones, in my opinion, are worth the money and which ones you don't want to eat there unless it's your last resort to actually do it. So beer garden, I do like. That is a German buffet. You will actually get a performance. Have you been to a beer garden, Tom?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's great for Christmas. I mean, you got like a polka band and everything that's there, but for Christmas, they do the Christmas carols and everything. It's
They-
really nice.
Fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. You will get seated with, people you don't know, but who cares? You're watching the show. So so the food is actually pretty good. I mean, if you're from the Philadelphia area, none of that stuff is actually going to look different to you because they've got pork schnitzel, all of it, sour batten, cookie, all of that stuff. It's like I'm used to having,
I'm getting hungry now.
it's so good. It's so good. I love the food in the buffet. I love the performance. You get such a wonderful Christmas vibe. So, beer garden is a good one. Beer garden usually sells out first for the most part. So, if you have the dining plan, it will take one table service credit for that. But I highly recommend the beer garden. Chefs de France, I do not. Chefs de France is not all that great. The sandwich
We
shop.
never went there. Me and Linda talked about it, and we just never.
You ain't missing nothing. No, you're really not missing. You're not missing anything. Maybe it's because I'm Creole. I don't know, but I was not outside of beef bourguignon, which I don't think they even had on the menu. It's not all that great. The patisserie and boulangerie, the sandwich shop that's in the back near where the theater is for Beauty and the Beast and Reflections of France and all that. That's where you go. The sandwiches and the desserts there are freaking awesome. Like the croque monsieur, croque madame, egg, ham and egg,
Yeah.
ham and cheese, the sandwiches and the soups are amazing. That's actually way worth it than Chef de France. I've never been impressed with Chef de France, and I tried it. We did. We tried it. I tried it. Camera girl was not impressed. It was like it just wasn't all that great. Oh, Kit Kat, that is awesome. I would have loved to have heard Dick Van Dyke
That would have been cool.
there at the candlelight processional. Oh my gosh, that's an amazing performance. I love Dick Van Dyke. Oh Lord, watch out for him because he's pushing 100 now and still trying to dance. So love him, love him, love him. Oh, don't get me started on that crepe restaurant, girl and Shogi. That crepe restaurant is horrible.
Crepe is crap.
Yes, it's a crap crepe. If you go to the
Oh.
walk-up window, that's the one where you can get the crepes with like the fruit and the whipped cream. That's actually pretty good, but not the crepe restaurant. Crepe restaurant freaking sucks. I'd go to Beer Garden Christmas. I skipped it during my vacation in May, but since I'm not from the Orlando area, I'll definitely check out Frankenmuth, Michigan for Christmas.
Ooh.
Yeah, go to like a German because they have the same thing. Well, Philadelphia they had it too, but especially if you go to like Bethlehem as
Yeah.
well, and they have the Christmas market in Bethlehem. It is freaking amazing. Plus, I've been in Germany during Christmas season. So I absolutely I love it. I go to the Germany Pavilion when I miss Philly. Let's see. Coral Reef Restaurant. Pro says it's better, but that's still on my short list of restaurants to not really go to. You're there for the atmosphere. The seafood seems to be very, very hit or miss. go for something cheaper. I mean, if you're stuck with it, it is what it is. Garden Grill is pretty okay.
Haven't been there
That's
in a while.
that's pretty okay. It's got the rotating restaurant.
Yeah.
Also, I think Chip and Dale are there. I haven't heard bad things about Garden Grill. It's good. It's good for what you get. Plus, a lot of the produce that they grow, like there in the land pavilion, they also use at the Garden Grill. So
Yeah. And the fish that they're doing there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know which of the greens are raised on tilapia poop, but
Yeah, well.
It is what it is. It works. So just
So technically you're eating fish, but you're having salad.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm like, wow, I guess you could use fish fertilizer that way. Kind of interesting. Go through the land attraction, you'll figure that. Oh, speaking of the land attraction, okay, especially if you go to the Garden Grill, okay. Living with the Land has the Christmas holiday overlay. That's the only time during the year where the wait is more than 15 minutes to get on. It can be over an hour to get on. So that's like a nice thing to be able to do before or after, you have breakfast or lunch or dinner at the Garden Grill, or just in general anyway at Epcot. You don't want to miss that. Le Creperie de Paris. Do not go there. That's the really bad crepe restaurant that Cohen showed me. I would talk about it. Yeah, it is. As someone who's Creole, as someone who's had, first of all, you will have crepes in New Orleans, especially Bananas Foster. Bananas Foster, you have like the caramelized bananas with vanilla, rum. They flambe that sucker at the table at Brennan's. That's delicious. So I know what crepes are supposed to taste like, and that ain't it. Who the heck has a buckwheat crepe? I know.
Well, they make them because people don't want sweet, but it has to be done right.
Yeah, and it's not exactly. It felt personal. I was so mad. I was so mad. Again, go to the French sandwich shop in the back. Just follow the smell and all the people. You're in the right spot and you go there.
I think we should drag Go and Shogi there and just make them eat it, and then we can film it and watch them flip out. We'd have 1 billion views.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. I just felt my French ancestors being pissed. Like, I dare you eat this stuff. I know, right? Go and Shogi. Crepes are not supposed to look like that. Who wants a daggone buckwheat crepe? Phil says, "Yes, do it, please." Ha ha.
Joe, you're good. You're going to be subjugated to it, brother. Sorry. It's all in the name of views, man. Come on.
Ooh, man, we would be in that restaurant pissed off like Gordon Ramsay. If you've ever seen Gordon Ramsay when he does the undercover investigations and he eats the food and he's just like the dog's breakfast. You have to
We'd
watch
have to have bail money set for Shogi.
Yeah, it's like when Gordon Ramsay goes to a soul food restaurant and they don't have the stuff that they're supposed to have in the soul food restaurant. It's like he takes that crap personally because he's so buckwheat crepe. Is that supposed to be like a thin pancake, butter and everything? Well, crepes are like extremely thin pancakes, but they're very, very delicate. They're not as dense as a pancake. They're very flexible, so you can kind of put them with different filling and everything. It's a very light, delicate thing. Pancakes kind of are supposed to basically hit you in the stomach in a good way.
Yeah.
Crepes do not have the baking powder or loft that pancakes Yeah, we'd walk in that restaurant pissed off, you know what I'm saying? Hacienda de San Angel. I will recommend that restaurant for real. And here is why. Okay. I'm not a fan of Mexican food. I don't like the restaurant de San Angel that's inside the Mayan pyramid. I don't like it. Then
Really?
I found out that my family basically we were bougie Spaniards, bougie Mexican Spaniards, and hacienda style food is what I like and what I'm used to. So Hacienda de San Angel, that's where you go. They have got seating where you can actually see the freaking fireworks. Now, depending on if you do you're probably not going to see the fireworks for this particular seating, but just to let you know, in case you want to see the fireworks in a really, really great restaurant setting, La Hacienda de San Angel is one you definitely want to do. You can actually get a whole achiote chicken. Like you can get a whole chicken. I think they still have it. A whole chicken at this restaurant. So achiote chicken is like when you have achiote, which is I'll say it's New World saffron because it's cheaper because saffron was so expensive with like garlic and all the spices and everything. And the chicken comes out and it looks like it's red. It's some good stuff. So they have a chote chicken. So
My buddy Marino would be there and he would eat the whole damn chicken and then get another one.
it was Tom, that chicken was so good. I'm like, this is a whole chicken. It's like, yeah, it's a whole chicken. So yeah, it's a more refined dining experience. So again, it's more hacienda style food, which is more upscale as opposed to what was it? We'd had Pueblo style food, which is more of like the restaurant de San Angel. No corn tacos anywhere at the Hacienda de San Angel. So you know that's why I love it. That's
You don't
why
like corn tacos, do you?
I do not. I do not. Corn tacos are the black eyed peas of Mexican cuisine for me. I can't. I like tortilla chips. Chips. Tortilla chips and pico de gallo, but no. I can't corn tacos. I take personal offense to a corn taco. Yes, saffron is still crazy expensive. It has to be hand picked. Machines can't do it as well. Yeah. So whenever I find saffron at Trader Joe's, I grab it. Because yeah, it is crazy, crazy expensive. That's what my mom would say. It was saffron was so expensive. Because first of all, it had to be imported from Spain. So in the New World, found out, we can use, achote seeds, cook them, or we'll say simmer them in corn oil, and it would have the same effect as saffron. So what I do is I'll make my own achote oil, but I will actually put saffron threads in it as like a finishing touch to it, which makes mine so different, which is why I like it. But yeah, saffron is like gold in cooking. Yes, yes, it is. I grew up on yellow rice. There's so many things that my family would eat. I had no idea that they were similar to a lot of things like in Latino cooking and also French coastal cooking, like southern coast of France, like that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. 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 Southern coast of like France, Spain, well, even the Philippines too, but mostly coastal. So it's like paella. I've had that before. Bouillabaisse, French bouillabaisse is actually the basis of how you make seafood gumbo because the stock is not from fish. The stock is from shellfish. That's two very, very different things. Somebody makes gumbo from a fish stock, throw that back.
Oh.
Throw it back. It don't even taste right. So yeah, Hacienda de San Angel, that's a good one. Le Cellier is crazily overpriced. I would not go to Le Cellier. I would take that steak dinner money and go to the Yachtsman Steakhouse at the yacht club or go to Shula's. Le Cellier is way too overpriced. It used to be a good deal, and it's 2 table service credits. That's the other thing. 2 table service credits if you're on the Disney dining plan. If you're paying out of pocket, it's still expensive. I don't think it's really worth it. Again, it used to be. It's a cozy atmosphere, but no, not for not for the money that they want. Go and shogi, I would get kicked out of my house. I have never seen hard-boiled eggs in a gumbo ever. I've seen crawfish. Cajuns like to put okra in their gumbo, which no, that's a no-no. I will not eat gumbo that has okra in it. But that's a Cajun thing because Cajun cuisine is more country. Creole cuisine is more refined like the French. So with Creole gumbo, we'll use filet powder, which is powdered sassafras root. Yeah, the same thing you use to make root beer. We'll use that as a thickener as opposed to, slimy okra. Yeah, no. Yeah.
You don't like fried okra?
Fried okra, I'll eat. Fried okra and okra and tomatoes because the grease will soak up the snot and then vinegar, and then with the okra and tomatoes, the acidity from the tomatoes, gets rid of the snot on the okra. So yeah. But regular, just like cooked okra with the slime on it, it's not happening. Why is my sister calling me? I call her back. She knows I'm streaming.
Maybe she didn't realize you're live right now.
Probably. I'll call you back, Tilly. I promise. I promise. As soon as I get done. Let's see. 9 Dragons. Skip it. Just like Italian food, you can get better Chinese food off property. 9 Dragons, again, 9 Dragons, and especially Tutto Italia. Oh my God, you definitely don't eat there. It's the whole thing with here in America, we get better Italian food and Chinese food at home. It's not Americanized Chinese. Let's put it that way. It's not. I think they've tried to change the menu, but no. And I've had authentic Chinese. As much as I can't stand British Columbia, I had some really good authentic Chinese food there.
Go to Little China, Chinatown in New York City.
Yeah. Oh, dang, go and shogi, and you right too. Panda Express is better than 9 Dragons. You're not lying. You're really not. I think the misfire that they made with 9 Dragons is that restaurant seems to be more Beijing cuisine than Cantonese. Because here in America, we're mostly used to Cantonese style Chinese cuisine because that's basically what came over. So that's the type of Chinese cuisine that we're used to. But 9 Dragons, yeah, I ate there and your girl was not impressed. I wasn't. So I'm like, skip that. There's a nice little quick service Chinese place that's over there in the China Pavilion. You can go there instead. So 9 Dragons is kind of like a last resort. It's nothing like the Chinese restaurants off property. I'm just saying, it's better to eat off property than all you can eat buffet for a Chinese buffet. And there are many.
We got one near me called Chow's. That's a mix of barbecue and Southern barbecue and Chinese, and it's actually glorious buffet.
Oh my gosh.
Next time you come over, Lorena.
They'd have to roll me out. I got to try that.
You'd like it. And it's not very expensive either.
Oh, that's good. Let's see, I haven't had good Chinese food outside of San Francisco, which has gone downhill after COVID, or NYC, so I just skip it. You're right about Vancouver. Yeah, I had really good Chinese food in Vancouver. I just didn't want to eat the octopus, so I just ate around it. But little baby octopus was staring at me, you know. Avers Carmageddon says Cantonese American Chinese fusion is what we're used to from Hong Kong and other parts of China. Yes, that's something that I noticed when I ate Nine Dragons. I'm just like, why does none of this look familiar at all? Like it just didn't. And then I found out why. I go to a Cantonese Chinese restaurant and it's just like, give me 3 of everything. Because it's so good. Shanghainese does soupy stuff mostly, which is good in winter. But yeah, skip Nine Dragons, go to Panda Express, or better yet, again, go to one of those really, really big Chinese barbecue style. To show you how ubiquitous Chinese food is in the US, even Palatka has a barbecue Chinese buffet restaurant, okay? And it's expected, all right? That's where all the church folks go to. They go there. Rose and Crown Dining Room. I'm not a fan of British food, but I have heard that
The fish and chips are good.
it's pretty good. Long as you got good fish and chips, I can hang with British food. That's all right. I can do with that. Fish and chips and trifle and scones. I can do that. So Rose and Crown, that's definitely recommended. If you can't do Rose and Crown, definitely do Harry Ramsden's fish and chips. They're not called Harry Ramsden's, but it actually is Harry Ramsden's fish and chips. My family, we used to get the fish and chips and then go over to the UK pavilion and on the back and wait for Father Christmas to come out. Great memories. It's awesome. Go and do that. It's true though. You know how I knew that restaurant was good? Because my uncle, who was like Lincoln Osiris from Tropic Thunder, all he could talk about was the Chinese all-you-can-eat restaurant. Yeah, that's how I knew. Oh Lord, don't talk about Bunnell. So let's see, Rosencount, Shikisai. That's the new Japanese restaurant, which is very overpriced. I don't like sushi. I definitely don't like sushi enough to pay $100 for at all. Call me gauche, but Teppen Edo rocks. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I freaking love Teppen Edo. Yes, it's like Benihana. I don't freaking care. Teppen Edo is awesome. I like Teppen Edo a lot more than I do Shikisai. I guess if you are into sushi, Shikisai is where you want to go. But if you're like me and I like dinner and a show and the smoking onion volcano, yeah, go to Teppen Edo. I've always had a great time at Teppen Edo. And try the sake hito. It's a mojito made with sake. That's some good stuff. I'm just saying. Here's my sister. I'm sorry I missed your call. I'm trying to get Lorena to like sushi. I'm not eating it.
I bet I can get you to try a piece that you'd love.
I'll take you up on that bet because I do not like sushi.
There's
I
a
don't.
place close to me. I'll go get one roll, bring it to the house, and then I'll have you do a blind taste test, and you tell me if you like it or not.
I don't like wet seaweed.
It's
I like
not
my
wet.
seaweed dry. Okay. I will give it a try, but the most raw, anything close to raw fish that I'll eat is crab that's been tossed on the grill for like 10 seconds. That's as close as I would get. But my sister loves sushi, and actually Morimoto Asia, because I took her to Morimoto Asia. She liked the sushi at Morimoto Asia. Yeah, it was
I
beautiful.
got Linda to try this. She liked it. She's
just
kind of
wouldn't
picky
eat.
on what sushi she eats, and you'll like it.
I'll talk about Bunnell, Florida tomorrow. Only if I'm talking about speed traps. Don't speed when you're going from I-4 or Route 100 through Bunnell. I'm just saying.
Well, the super speeder law now, just don't speed at all. It's not worth it.
Texting is always fun. If you don't have fun sitting in front of a griddle while a dude sets foot on the fire, you need to search inward. Yeah, Tepidetto is amazing. We always had a good time with that one. Fatty tuna, spicy tuna, or yellowtail is amazing. I can't. I like my seafood cooked. Crab is as close to raw as I will get, cause it's sweet. But nah, I can't do that. I can't do that. Tepping is always fun. If you don't enjoy sitting in front of a griddle while a dude sets foot on fire, search it. Exactly. When he turns on that grill and you hear it fire up, it's like, oh yeah, it's on. We are for a good time. And also, I love asking for chopsticks because they don't give them to you by default, and I always get the kind of, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, use chopsticks. Don't eat like a heathen. Get some chopsticks. I love Morimoto. He's such a sweet guy. He jumped
If
in
you
and
want to
prepped
see,
cleaves at a special event.
you want to see somebody mess up using chopsticks?
Mm-hmm.
Me.
Really?
And you know, I can do fine motor skill stuff. I just can't. I suck at it.
I should have known something was up with my ancestry when Camera Girl, at the age of 2, used chopsticks. I mean, people were just like stunned. I'm like, yeah, I don't know where she gets it from. I'm like, I don't know. Yet I'm sitting at the same time. I'm so used to using chopsticks. It's like weird. But
Lorena,
yeah.
off the subject, I have a question. Isn't Snorty one of your mods?
Is it who?
Snort? Snortopoopus?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know.
Let me fix that. I don't know what the I know I didn't do it. I know I didn't do it. Dude's been like a mod for like
That just
ages.
totally threw me off.
That is weird. That happened to somebody else too. And I don't know who it was. It was not me. Once I set mods, I don't mess with it. So shame on you, YouTube. Morimoto is a real chef. He cares about the food, not the celebrity of it all. Morimoto is the reason I got hooked on soy ramen and making it myself. I call it bootleg ramen. That's what I nicknamed it. Because it's not like the standard involved steps that you would use to make ramen. I don't like tonkatsu ramen. I don't like pork ramen. It's okay, but shoyu ramen, I was like, I gotta create this at home. Soy-based ramen. It is so freaking good. Oh my gosh, it makes you amazing. So yeah, that's Spice Road Table. That's a good one. That's the Moroccan restaurant. I've ate there. It's wonderful, especially when you can get the Moroccan tea. Then they just like pour it.
I like the Spice Road lamb, the lamb popsicles they had. Oh my God.
It's so delicious. There's so much stuff there that I love. The Spice Road Table, it's really good. And it's only $60. So you can definitely get your money's worth at the Spice Road Table. And there's nice outside seating for the fireworks, but yeah, it's
I love that. I love that when we were outside seating for fireworks. Me and Linda would go there constantly. Before the dark times, before to make the reservations.
Oh God. Get me started on that one.
We'd be in Epcot at least 3 or 4 times a week. We'd go after work. I'd just take her. We'd go for dinner, walk around, have some fun, watch fireworks, and go home.
Wow. But yeah, it's great seating. And the food is really good, especially if you miss restaurant Marrakesh. Well, before they started taking the spice out of stuff, I really did not appreciate that. Spice Road Table is amazing. I highly recommend it. We talked about Teppan Edo. Yeah, that's it. Yes, it says $110. It's freaking worth it. Okay. It's freaking worth it. Tutto Italia, that's an abomination. Do not go there. Um, I can't even, I never knew what really bad Italian food was outside of the Olive Garden until I went to Tutto Italia.
Look, Romano's macaroni grill is better than Tutto Italian.
Yes. I can't. Tutto Italia suffers from the same problem that Nine Dragons does, which is why most people, when they go, they're just like, no, I get better. I get better Italian food at home.
I'd rather be at the Italian restaurant Magic Kingdom. What's that one where you go in and it's
yeah,
like
Tony's Town Square restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd rather eat there. There's just no flavor. Anytime I've walked by, last time I ate there, I'm pretty sure all my Italian ancestors were cussing this place out because it was horrible.
I'm not going to talk about mine because
It was horrible. I mean, just no. Again, and even if they say it's, oh, well, it's for Italian, not American taste. I'm sorry. I think that's also the problem. They don't do Southern Italian. And I think that's it. Because I can't eat Northern Italian. I'm just, no, sorry. It's a waste of my time. I don't like it.
I could do both because, well, that's how my ancestry is.
Northern Italian, I can't.
Northern and Southern.
I don't. It's like I don't like it. But Southern Italian all day long. All day long. I will use Southern Italian too. But then again, Southern Italian is more popular in the US. It's like hardly any. There's some regional differences, but for the most part, it looks familiar. But Tutto Italia, skip that. I will say Via Napoli is worth it. Disney pizza sucks, but the pizza at Via Napoli is actually good. They have three of those ovens, the pizza ovens, and they've got like the artwork on the front of the ovens. They look really, really cool. You can actually get pizza to go. They have like this fried dough rolled in powdered sugar. I don't freaking know what it's called, but I know it was freaking good. Okay.
It's called Fleet.
I guess that's what it was.
Fleet.
I couldn't get enough of it.
Sometimes they'll have a filling, sometimes it won't.
Okay. This one, it didn't have a filling.
It's so like it's almost like a Zeppola, but it's not.
I just know it was fried, and it just with the powder, it tasted so good.
My mom would call it Fleet.
Fleet. Well, it was delicious. I enjoyed eating at Via Napoli so much. Usually, if you cannot get a seating at Via Napoli, but everything's open at Tutto Italia, that tells you I do not like Tutto Italia. I love Via Napoli. Even inside the restaurant is gorgeous over at Via Napoli. Abra says, I always liked shoyu and miso ramen before I grew to like tonkotsu ramen. Yeah, miso ramen, not really a fan of. Tonkotsu ramen, I will take that in a pinch, but shoyu ramen, man. Even when I make a bootleg version at home, it's so delicious. I wish Morimoto would bring it back at his restaurant.
Did you see Beer Guy's message to you there? Morimoto is doing a monthly special.
No, I didn't see that. For a whole year to celebrate 10 years at the spring.
We didn't even look at the menu when we were there last time.
Menu. Get the Thai iced tea. I'm gonna tell you right now. You got to get Thai iced tea.
I used to get a coffee at work at a place on the, center. It was called a tie wall. Talk about caffeine overload. It was glorious.
Considering how much you're spending to get in the park, might as well splurge and max that card out. Yeah, but be judicious about where you spend it. Here's the thing. They have the dining packages, but they are used to fill up certain reservations. Usually people aren't there for breakfast between like 10 and 12, lunch between like 2, dinner between like 2 and 5. People aren't usually there. So they use these to fill up those spots. So you have to pay attention to which restaurants are available because the good ones will sell out. Like Via Napoli will sell out. Tep and Edo, mainly due to price, not because of quality. Probably the close to the last ones to sell out. Tutto Italia, they'll always have spaces. Spice Road Table will sell out. Rose and Crown will sell out. Crazily enough, with Cellier will actually sell out. I don't get it. Hacienda de San Angel may have some. Creperie de Paris that never sells out.
Well, that place that sells out and you don't know why, they're probably Kimmel fans. Bad taste.
Bad taste. There's also a same-day walk-up option at the Regal Eagle Smokehouse. I have never seen it, so it's day of. So if you're interested in this, as soon as you get to the park that day, find out if there's any walk-up option available over at the Regal Eagle, and that's like same day, $41. I heard the foods is pretty good. I haven't tried Regal Eagle myself, but I've heard really good things. No way real Italian food would run circles around their excuses. I don't know who's running via Napoli, but they need to go back to Napoli. All right. Via Napoli Tutto Italia. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Shame on me. Yeah, Tutto Italia is horrible. Horrible. Yes, Via Napoli is very good. Very good. Very good. I once had an Italian chef scream 2 inches from my face because I didn't add enough salt to the pasta water. He tasted my uni pasta, then the water, then I was cooked. Real Italians don't play. No.
I can tell you right now, that's so true.
They do not.
My mom screamed at me for doing the same thing. I didn't do it right when I was a kid.
They don't
I had to
play.
learn.
Tell you, they don't. They would get along with Creole chefs in New Orleans. Actually, one of the best Italian restaurants I went to was in New Orleans. Crawfish ravioli.
Ooh.
Holy smokes! I mean, I tell this story. I have to because I was in England and I went to an Italian restaurant. And I'm like, shrimp scampi. Okay, this is going to be great. I'm going to get some nice big prawns in there with the angel hair pasta. And they bring it to me, and it was like baked shrimp. They were like this tiny. I was so pissed off.
I've been looking like
that is not
No.
the kind. That is not the kind of shrimp scampi that you would get, like, say, in New Orleans or down south, or like even in the US in general. We're used to big fat shrimp in it. Yeah, I was like, what the heck is but yeah, I didn't find out till like a couple years ago that you had to put salt in the water you boil the pasta in. That it's supposed to be salty.
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that for years.
I learned it at 10 because my mom screamed at me when she was teaching it. She goes, "You didn't put enough salt in." I go, "What do you mean salt?" Yeah, I never got the end of that.
Well, we didn't have at home. We never really made Italian food because my father would complain that Italian food like upset his stomach, although he'd eat a whole bunch of other crap. But you want to know the funny thing? Guess which part of my family the Italian ancestry comes from?
Don't know.
My dad's side of the family.
Oh boy.
So I didn't know at all that that's what you had to do until maybe 5 years ago. And I'm watching a a cooking show on the Food Network with Chef Ann Burrell. R.I.P. my dear. She's like, yeah, you have to make the water salty like the ocean. I'm like, really? And then I tried that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot freaking believe I've been subjected to boiling pasta and water with no salt. Yeah. 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 There's a couple of brothers who disapprove Italian dishes on YouTube. Forget their name now, but the word lion was part of the channel name. I've seen their shorts from time to time. Yeah, I'm gonna have to review like some of those dishes, like European dishes, and critique them, see which ones I like. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that one day. It's kind of funny. But yeah, that's the Candlelight Processional packages. So they go on sale, what do we say, October 14th. You need a credit card guarantee. That's just a guarantee that you show up. If you don't, they charge you $10, I think, per person for the fee. So one, find out who it is, which narrator you want to see, and two, lock in that dining package if you want a guarantee of seeing them. And especially if you want to see Gary Sinise, that one's going to go really, really, really fast. And then Ralph Macchio. And then I guess the Fonz. I don't know, but probably what's going to happen. Gosh, we kind of went a little over, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll go through this really, 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 really quick. First of all, oh my gosh, 395 of you guys watching between YouTube and X. I wholeheartedly appreciate that. Folks, please do make sure that you subscribe to Tom. Make sure you subscribe to Erica. Make sure you subscribe to me. I'll have those links in the description box at the end of the video. Well, Tom and Linda and I went to Disney Springs on Thursday. Kind of check out some of the food offerings, especially at Jock Lindsay's, because remember we were looking at the foodie guide and they had like the mummy hot dogs, I think.
Oh yeah.
Is what they were. But yeah, at Disney Springs, they have Halloween offerings from the 19th through October 31st. So you do not have to go to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. You can go to Disney Springs, free to park, and they have plenty of offerings for Halloween. So we kind of tried a couple of things. And remind me what this drink was.
This was.
This what I know. Linda. I keep calling it the green drink.
Linda, you're in the chat. What was the name of that? I forgot it.
Because it looked really good. I think it had blue curacao, two kinds of rum and blue curacao in it.
So let's see what she says.
And it looked absolutely delicious. Linda was definitely enjoying. This is like the first thing I saw when I sat down at the table. I'm like, oh, what's that drink? I think it was was it $14.95 or something like that?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the
I think so. Yeah, this was at Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar. It's walk up. There's no reservations. And I want to say the whole place is decorated like Halloween from the 1930s. So you're going to see a lot of like throwback Halloween art. It's decorated inside, also decorated outside on the deck. That same deck where Tom and I were discussing just how that heist happened. Yep. Oh, she says scarab or something. Okay,
scarab.
Okay.
Scarab something, yeah.
Okay. It was a very, very, very good drink. And yeah, Linda was definitely enjoying it. Yeah, Brendan he will be popular too. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that's a scarab drink. I think that was $14.95. Two kinds of rum, blue curacao, and something else. I think that was in it. So
that was I took a sip of that. That was good. And I'm like, yeah, it's too good because I'd be down in those things. It'd be very bad.
Let's see. So that's where we were at Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bars. You see some of the Halloween decorations they got there, which looks really cool. I like the atmosphere there. Abra says it sounds like a blue Hawaii. Yeah, it kind of does. There's
The
something
presentation was
else.
great, though.
Which one?
Presentation of everything was great.
Yes, it was. It
She
was
had pineapple in it too. That thing,
pineapple. Okay.
yeah. The
Oh
sausage.
yeah. Speaking of presentation, what happened when we got this stuff?
Yeah, you take the lid off that coffin and it screams.
Yes.
Screamed like a mummy.
Coolest thing ever. They bring it out. It's like a casket. Because I'm like, what the heck is this thing? And then they take the top off and you hear the screaming.
Yeah, because we ordered before you got there. I ordered the appetizer for you. You were there a couple minutes after us.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I ordered it and they came and you were like, what the heck is that? Yeah, that look at you.
So yeah, these are the little mummies and the little sausages. And the sauce going shogi was pomegranate mustard, which is very interesting. It didn't taste fruity. It didn't taste mustardy. It was an interesting combination. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was okay. It was okay. I guess when I thought pomegranate, I would have thought it would have been a little bit sweeter, but it wasn't. So instead of your like bog standard mustard or even I guess stone ground mustard, they mix it with pomegranate. So that was interesting.
Yeah,
it was a good taste. The hot dogs, they were good.
Yeah, they were sausage. They were actually sausage.
Oh, it did sausage and
Yeah.
then like I want to call it it's not biscuit dough. I want to say it's like the dough you'd use in a pie crust.
Yeah, it was kind of it wasn't didn't fall apart like biscuit though.
Yeah. That makes sense. The sweet and tannic qualities of pomegranate would balance out the acid and spice of mustard. Yeah, it was very interesting. I would want to try it at home actually to see how that would work. But that was good. This was my favorite. This is the one I told my sister she has to make at home with my nieces and nephews. So you've got let's see, hot Nashville honey fried chicken tender. She got that. You've got, let's see, cheddar spice biscuit sliced in half. Then you've got like a dill pickle tongue, usually to the side. That's why it looks kind of like that. And then you've got a slice of provolone cheese, kind of snipped out. So it looks like teeth. And yeah, 2 queen olives on the top for eyes. I love pimento stuffed green olives. I grew up eating
Yeah, we gave you all the olives.
Yeah, they gave me all the olives. I don't like black olives. I don't like those, but I love Spanish queen olives. The queen olives are way bigger than like the little tiny cocktail ones. So these were very, very good.
Some spice. It was good.
It was good. And just hilarious seeing the presentation of these. But I've actually seen these somewhat before at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Okay.
But I didn't get a chance to try. I think it was a burger. It was a burger that looked like this. So this is with biscuits. So it's something very easy that you could do at home if you were so inclined to do so. So yeah, that was good. I love that. Then we went over to Gideon's. We went over to Gideon's. Just to remind people, when you go to Gideon's, every month there's a new card. So it's got the menu on the back, and then it's got the artwork on the front. I will tell you, the artwork is collectible. People actually sell them on YouTube. They're kind of like one of a kind. They have a certain run and then they're done. Nice heavy stock. So it's not like a flimsy menu. that they give you. So it's nice they give you like this little collectible card. So that's due for this month. I don't know who they're going to have for October. So I'm looking forward to that. But for this month, we've got like Maximilian Wisenwell. And I forget the artist who does this, but the art's amazing.
My wonderful neighbor next door, when I told her we went to Gideon's, her
Mhm.
first thing was, "How did you get in? The lines are usually crazy." I was dying. I'm like, "We stood in line for 5 minutes." What? Yeah, 5 minutes. No. They
Yeah, didn't take us long, but but we went on a Thursday. So here's my rule of thumb. If the line for Gideon's is wrapped way behind Morimoto Asia, you want to get a virtual queue reservation. Because because inside it's not a whole lot of space inside. So that's kind of like why they have to control it. But trust me, when you walk inside, it is well, first of all, you probably want to have an insulin shot as soon as they open the door because you can smell all of the cake
I
and
have a funny story about the cookies on that after we devoured those cookies when we got home.
Oh yeah?
My sugar did not spike instantly like I was planning.
Really?
It was totally different. They must use some really good quality crap because I didn't get like that high fructose corn syrup freaking instant rush. It broke down a lot better than I thought.
Yeah, they do. Actually, with Gideon's, they don't use as much sugar in their buttercream, which is they said that's why you try to put it in the refrigerator as soon as you get home because it breaks down faster. So I had the pumpkin bread with chocolate.
I had that coffee one. The coffee cake cookie.
Oh, the coffee cake one?
Yeah, the one that was the daily one for the morning. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they use really high quality ingredients with all their stuff. It's 100% handmade. The cookies and cakes take over 24 hours to prepare. Some of them do sell out, especially the limited edition, and you're limited to 6 cookies of like each flavor. Of any flavor, you're limited to 6, and if it's a limited edition, I think you're limited to 2. Because
I only bought one for me and Linda each, and I regret it. I should have bought more.
Mm-hmm. Cookie pre-order page.
That's a bad thing to show me.
It's not in Disney Springs. It's at another location. It's not the Disney Springs.
Okay, I was just like, say what?
Yeah, they don't. So like this is like what they have. They always have their standard cookies, and then they have like the limited edition cookies that they have. Like they also have cookie bites. They have those there too. I'm just waiting for the Bride of Frankenstein cookie and the Bride of Frankenstein cake, which they'll have next month. They usually have that, and then they have the Frankenstein cake. Like the Frankenstein cake is dark chocolate with like M&Ms. And yes, wait till you see it. We every year it's like October I get the stuff, and then for Christmas they have the Krampus cake and Krampus cookies, and then they have the Kris Kringle cake and Kringle cookies. Yeah, the Kris Kringle cookies has like sparkly, shimmery sugar.
Well, unfortunately, since we've been in there, I'm pretty sure Linda's going to make sure that becomes a stop when we go to the Springs. Because her comment that chocolate chip cookie was the bomb, huge. That's code for we're going again.
I was told literally while we were there, camera girl says, "Yeah, get me a cookie, cookies and cream cookie." Oh, and of course the cold brew. The cold brew is amazing.
Cold brew was awesome.
Yeah, I had the pumpkin chai cold brew, which was absolutely delicious. So they usually have the specialty cold brew, and then they have their standard cold brews, like their nitro cold brew, peanut butter cookie, butterscotch,
I had
French
the
toast,
butterscotch
and
one.
crashes. Yeah, you really like the butterscotch one.
Oh, I'd go. Listen, if it was closer, most likely I'd just be in line and get one of those.
They are really good. I mean, I didn't think the cold brew would be that good, but they were. But yeah, gotta try those cookies, cake, and cold brew. And then if you is it better than Joffrey's?
That one, yeah.
Yes, that one
Essentially,
is
yeah.
yes. The one at Joffrey's, I like it's refreshing, but it's not a handcrafted one. It's good to get you going. I mean, I will not turn down a Joffrey's cold brew, but Gideon's cold brew is next level. I wouldn't turn down shaken Jamaican cold brew ever because I love it, but the spice just, oh my gosh. Linda says a close tie. I kind of agree. Yeah, it is a close tie. It depends on like what you're in the mood for.
It depends on the cold brew. Which if you want a dessert cold brew or just something to grab and go.
That's exactly it.
You know, a dessert cold brew like what I had at Gideon's. That's like okay, that was just decadent in any way, shape, or form. To me, a regular cold brew is okay. This is going to get me going. It tastes great. It's less acidy, and let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Nitro cold brew, same way. But I want to try a regular one from Gideon's and see how it is without being,
mm-hmm.
and then compare them. Well, that'd be a good thing to do. Get a Joffrey's and a Gideon's and see how they compare side to side.
Because Joffrey's is right down around the corner.
Hit Gideon's first.
Yeah.
Get the cold brew, a regular cold brew there.
And then go down here.
Stop at Joffrey's, get one, set up a blind taste test, and we'll just do it with a blindfold on.
Yeah. You can get a chai latte with Kahlua. You can get a Joffrey's espresso martini with Grey Goose vodka and Kahlua and cream. Oh my gosh. Iced tea and signature frozen lemonade topped with Grey Goose vodka. Yeah, so Gideon's is right down around the corner. So you can go and pick up stuff from Gideon's. This is Erin McKenna's bakery.
That was good too.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about it on the channel. I think it was last week or the week before last week about this new bakery that it opened. So yeah, this is Erin McKenna's bakery, right down there next to the Chapel Hats, which is next to.
You should have bought that leather hat.
That hat was awesome. It looked good on you. But yeah, they have cinnamon roll cupcakes. Cinnamon rolls, cupcakes, cookies, cookie sandwiches, pineapple upside down.
That
cake.
vanilla donut was awesome. I was shocked.
Yeah, I'm not a vegan person at all, but usually when it comes to baked goods, vegan goods are actually pretty good. They even have a Tres Leches cake. This is vegan free, so it's made with they have, I think it's almond milk, oat milk, and there's another one that I'm missing. But it's vegan, so it's not like the classic Tres Leches. I'm lactose intolerant, so that's why I can't touch a Tres Leches cake unless somebody makes it lactose free. So which I do, but it looked good. It comes in like a nice little square thing. Pick it up to go and pick it up. Here's like banana tea cake, lemon tea cake, everything bagel, Mexican wedding cookies. This apple upside down cake looks so good. And on the bottom is like a dark chocolate crumb cake that they have. And that's just the stuff that's up top. And then here you get in the case. They've got, so you guys got the vanilla cupcake. Linda got the vanilla cupcake.
She got a vanilla cupcake. I got a vanilla donut. And they gave her the cupcake in a little Chinese takeout box. It was hilarious.
I like that because it did, because the cake wouldn't move around. The cupcake wouldn't move around and get smushed and everything. But yeah, that was cute. That was in a little takeout thing. They've got, cake pops, hostess cakes. There's a Cookie Monster cupcake right down there. I like that one.
That was funny. That was cute. Yeah, that vanilla cake she got was right next to it, right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right there. That's a Tres Leches bar. That's
I
up
thought
there.
about that. I really thought about that. And when she's like, "Oh, you need a spoon to eat it," I'm like, "That will make the trip home. I can't. I just can't. I
No.
can't."
Nah. For people who don't know, Tres Leches cake basically it's a sponge cake, but you mix like 3 milks, and it's Tres Leches. I think it's sweetened condensed milk, whole milk, and I think it's goat milk. I think.
But I think they made it differently because they don't use those in the vegan stuff.
No, they use oat milk. I think it's oat milk, almond milk, and I think soy. Was it soy? I think it's soy milk too. So they use those to make it vegan, which is great. Again, if you're lactose intolerant, it's perfect. So they have pumpkin pie down there. That's a thin mint cookie. Believe it or not, there's like chocolate cookie thin mint on the inside, and they got whoopie pies and their own hostess cupcakes. I have to try that caramel cinnamon cupcakes. I didn't get that last time. That looks so darn good. Yeah, I had to get another picture of this one. That's cookie.
She said rice milk.
Rice milk. Thank you. I knew it was something. It was a different vegan milk. Somebody says oat milk, oat milk, almond milk, and rice milk. Presentation is everything. Having empty space means you don't care enough to refill.
I didn't take that from that place. I didn't take that from that place there.
Some of them sell out like sprinkles.
Yeah.
They sell out. Then again, I've never really seen anything empty. Really, well, no, sorry. The cake case. I've seen that go empty, usually by the end of the night. Where it's like, if you're lucky, we might get it. Oh yeah, and we had to take a picture of paddlefish. Okay.
Yep.
This is where the James Bondish-esque heist happened. We're going to talk about that on Sunday's show because
that was hilarious. Oh God.
It's so funny. We're walking around looking like, how did they get up out of the water? What side?
We're looking at stuff, and there's a poor guy there by like reservation. I'm going to walk up to him and go, "Excuse me, do you have scuba gear?" I didn't want to get arrested.
It was just so funny. We're gonna talk about that. This is the Wonder Made marshmallows. So they're homemade marshmallows, and not just any kind of marshmallow, but boozy marshmallows.
Did we buy some to bring home? Yes, we did.
How long did they last?
They're going to last until November.
Oh.
But they're not going to last until the end of next month when my brother gets here. So it depends on which way. How long do you mean they'll last?
Mm-hmm. Well, they have really, really good flavors in there. Oh my gosh. Between key lime pie to bourbon to snickerdoodle, pumpkin pie, fireball. Yes, as in whiskey, fireball.
Did you see they offered like a Rice Krispie sandwich marshmallow type thing? Like a Rice Krispie treat sandwich. Yeah. Linda got an email from them with that on there because of the receipt saying, "Hey, come in and try this stuff." She showed it to me. I'm like, well, damn it. I'm going to have to go back again. This is like entrapment. I'm not liking it. Well, I am, but I'm not.
Well, I got they give you samples. So I got one that was sealed up in a bag. I had my Invisalign in, so I couldn't eat it then. They're really good. If you have never had, yeah, I did. It's delicious. It's kind of like I didn't have homemade marshmallows until I got them from the Easter hut over at the Grand Floridian that they would have for Easter, and they had this box of homemade marshmallows. They were so freaking good. So yeah, these are handmade too. So little kiosk. Past when you're headed towards Raglan Road, actually.
Yeah.
Down towards that way. Really, really good stuff.
It's definitely different if you want to get something that's off the beaten path for like desserts at a party or, and people over. It's something that's different, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So delicious. Oh my gosh. So that's definitely one to check out. Yep, see? Boozy marshmallows. That'll make people stop.
That's what made me want to go look. Who you kidding?
Bourbon. Oh, I love bourbon. Oh, you got 15% off the next visit? Oh, nice. Nice. I look at bourbon, which reminds me I have to make my maple bourbon meatballs. Instead of breadcrumbs, I use cornbread instead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Use that instead. And then bourbon, brown sugar, glaze just kind of simmers in. It's really good. One day I had a bottle of wild turkey sitting around. I wanted to do something with it. So I made.
You didn't drink it?
No, I didn't. Here's the thing. I don't really drink that stuff. I use it to like cook with. So I made bourbon spice cupcakes where I had bourbon in the cake, in the cupcakes, and in the icing as well. And I made the bourbon meatballs too. Yeah, I just get like top shelf liquor and then save it. Then if I want to make something.
I'm going to keep you away from my Angel's Envy whiskey then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And any Kraken or Sailor Jerry's. But I need both of them actually in my life. But this is over by the Lego store, so we had to go by the Lego store. That was really cool. And then we had the light up pumpkin. This will set you back. I think what was it, $80? I think.
She posted it. Sorry. Oh yeah, they said they had Rice Krispie treat sandwiches with chocolate. I didn't see any of those.
Oh, okay.
That was the boozy place.
Okay. Yeah, they have these, so they're there, not really selling
I can't believe
all
they're on
that
sale.
great. Yeah, these are on sale. Last year, these were like $100. They came back at $100. But I haven't seen them drop like this early. So I think the thrill is gone when it comes to these. Yes, Mr. Milk Toast, $80. It was $80 for this light up Mickey pumpkin from Disney. You can actually get a bootleg version, go to Walmart. And they have the light up wreaths here. $75. So they were not exactly flying off the shelves, as you can understand. Yeah, it's nothing that's worth $75. And you could actually make Erica did. You could actually make your own of one like this, even bigger and cheaper. You can actually do that. But for some folks, they don't want to do that. They want to buy it right off the shelf. And speaking of things right off the shelf, I need to have this. It's pretty obvious Disney merchandising. Looked at the stuff
I would have
from the
laughed if you
Super
would have popped that
Nintendo
on
store.
your head and walked around with it.
I want this. I do, because it's Orange Bird, so I have to have that. So yeah, they have the Orange Bird and they've got Hey the chicken.
I should have bought one for each of you and had you and Linda walk around with that, because I would have been cracking up the rest of the day.
I definitely walk around with
I think Linda would have beat me with it, but that's a different story.
With it, which reminds me, I got to put batteries in the Hey plush that I have. You like squeeze its hand and it screams just like in the Moana cartoon. It's freaking hilarious. I love it. It's such an obnoxious toy. That
was cool.
Yeah, this one is I think, was it 70? think it was $70, but
$70.
lights up. You can't really get this anywhere else. So Haunted Mansion merchandise sells. It does not really sit around at all. So folks are starting early to pick this stuff up. So they have that with all the hitchhiking ghosts in the Doom buggy. They have the Ghost Host Loungefly. It is $90. I love the design, but I would not pay $90 for it. It's really small.
Did you get a picture of the bigger one?
I didn't. I've shown it on the live stream before. The Loungefly backpack that says "Welcome, Foolish Mortals."
That was actually
and
a
it's
nice size.
textured. Yeah, that one is actually worth the money. I think it's like $90. It's got a lot of space in it. I definitely prefer that one. They have that one. They also have one with like the Mickey treats on it. They have a couple of versions of that one. It's like a square backpack. Although I kind of want the Loungefly tote bag, but I have to get that from Box Lunch instead. I got one for my sister. Hers has the Disney villains on it. So it's like a tote bag, but it's got straps on it so you can use it as a backpack too. So it's lots of room and like about $90. So when you see the Loungeflies at the parks, they're mostly just for show. Price to value, I wouldn't pay for it. They used to be cheaper than this. So I mean, it's a cool design. I like it, but then again, it's a Disney park, so they've decreased the size of the bag and increased the price over the years. If you look at the Disney parks Loungeflies from like maybe 3-4 years ago, definitely more space. And of course, they have the new ears. These are kind of cool. I would actually get these.
Those were nice.
Yeah, these are kind of cool. I like the idea. There's a little bat that's there. So they have those. They have the Haunted Mansion Crocs.
Ugly.
I think Erica has these.
Ugly.
I think she got the Crocs. Yeah, I think she got the Crocs. So yeah, they have the Crocs there. They even got Mickey Pumpkin Crocs too.
I think those are the ones she said she got. I remember she said.
Oh,
something.
the Mickey Crocs instead of the
Yes.
the Mickey Pumpkin ones. Okay, you know what? I think you're right. Yeah, so you get that. Of course, they have the Halloween merch. That's that's out there. Even though the merch is at the parks, remember, you can get Disney Halloween merch from Target. You can get it from Walmart. And you can also get it from Lowe's. And I will warn you, Lowe's.
And you can get it from a printer too.
From where?
A 3D printer.
3D printer. Yeah, you can get it that way too. Yeah. So this is mostly for people who want to grab stuff from the parks. It's Halloween related, but value per dollar. Just be careful. A lot of that stuff is you can get at other places, but some things people wanna get. Oh, although I will say the fall jersey that they have,
that was nice.
It's really cool. It's got the Mickey pumpkin on the front, and on the back it has 71 for 1971. So that was pretty cool. You have to hunt and pack, to find out something that you can't get from anywhere else when you're there. Some people just have the budget to buy what they want. Oh, Summer House. So we went by the Summer House too. And yeah, I went to their coffee bar. So yeah, crispy chocolate chip. I'd never seen a cookie like this ever.
It's called Summer House Cookie Bar. The cookie bar at Summer House, and it's addictive. Yeah.
Oh, this is nuts.
It was.
Rice
I had a
Krispies.
brown sugar. Was it brown sugar Rice Krispie treat? I forgot. Brown butter.
Ooh,
Brown butter Rice Krispie treat.
That's right, you did. Brown. Yeah, I was like, what the heck is that? And you're like, you got to see this. So you have got to see this. And I'm like, wow. And it was absolutely delicious.
Oh,
Absolutely delicious. Looks so good. They had lemon ones. They had apple oatmeal ones. Of course, so you see the Rice Krispie treats up there on the back.
okay. When you look, the one I got is the one to the right.
This one?
Like it's
Oh,
right in the center. Go over to the left. Yeah,
oh,
it's
I'm
weird.
using
It's
the
weird.
cursor. Yeah.
But
They look so good. It smells so good in there. All these cookies and FYI, you can get ice water from there. It's really nice. They put in a cup with a lid on it, so you can get ice. You can get
and it's
ice
not a
water.
paper straw.
Yeah, I love that. Good paper
And
straws.
by the way, they also have cold brew there. That's not bad.
Hmm.
And they have nitro cold brew also.
Spirit of Halloween has dynamite merch this year. I still have to go there. Haven't gone there yet. I want to go to the one on International Drive, the one that looks like a zombie took over the New York subway.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to go there. I keep forgetting about that one. More affordable at Target, Walmart, Lowe's, Five Below, and Daiso. Yes, you got to check out.
How do you like that presentation, Shogi?
It's so many cookies, so many cookies. And ignore this one because I saw it and I'm like, oh, I like those in the back. Sunglass Hut. The lady had the nerve to tell me, oh yeah, it's Chanel and they're over there. I'm like, daggone it, me and Mike.
That was hilarious. You and Linda are looking like, ooh.
I'm like, I want it. It's so cool. I'm like Chanel. Yeah, okay. Nah, don't want to mess with that. But yeah, me and Linda, we went to go look at the Chanel frames anyway, because daggone it, we just had to.
She's like, I like the color. I'm like, you ain't gonna like the price tag.
No, whatsoever. Well, folks, as always, it's been an awesome show. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had fun. Tom, what do you have going on and where?
Well, tomorrow I'll be hanging out with you again.
Yep, that's right.
I'm not sure if Ron's going to have a show or not. I got to find out. That might be for yours, or I do not know. So between Ron's show, your show, maybe show up on Dad Man's, and been making some kind of random appearances on Pro Show with Lauren and Connor and some stuff. And I'm working on stuff in the background still. I've been slacking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great, folks.
Over $500 for those turquoise ones I liked, and that's without lenses.
That's true. Yeah, I turned it over, and we're like, okay, I'm gonna put it back. But you know what? They know you. They can tell when you walk in exactly where to steer you, brand wise, and I hate it because they always get me. Expensive stuff. I want the animated Christmas Chewbacca from Home Depot. Home Depot is a trap. It's a trap. Man, if you have $5,000, you can have animatronics like Disney worthy. Actually, probably better than Disney with some of them, but yeah, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. Well, folks, as for your girl, let's see, tomorrow. Well, no, tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, watch party for the movie Scream. We're gonna be watching that along with Retro Nerd Girl. I cannot wait. I haven't seen Scream in I don't know how long. After Scream, that kind of went in the toilet with the subsequent ones, but yeah, watching Scream. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Welcome to Florida. It's Florida Man, the Disney Guest Edition. So many things that Disney guests do at the parks. We've got our favorite body cam video as well. And of course, we will be talking about the paddlefish restaurant heist at Disney Springs. So yeah, it's going to be.
I can't wait for this.
It's going to be an absolutely packed show. And of course, Tuesday, Spice Lounge, we are going to be talking about everybody jumping on the Jimmy Kimmel bandwagon. Why? Because they want to shame you guys into being happy he got suspended. And they think you have short memories, So we're going to talk about that because there's a reason all of these celebrities that time forgot have come sneaking out of the woodwork to wave their hands and scream. So we're going to make them remember we haven't forgot the nonsense that they've tried to do since 2020. We didn't forget that. So we're going to talk about that. That's true. That's true before that, but 2020, that's definitely the big boom flashpoint where they lost their freaking minds. And it's like, oh no, we can't never let these people run rampant again, you know. So yes, please do hit that like button. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So much. You're welcome. Shame it doesn't work when we don't care about them. No, our give a damn is several quarts low. Try non-existent, but we're going to talk about that on Tuesday. So you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for being here. I should have the link for Kevin Zavala's family's GoFundMe for to help out with the family's funeral expenses. And usually it isn't just the funeral, there's usually other things as well. So I'll put that link in the description box of the video, and I will also retweet it out on X as well. And you know, if you can't donate, please do raise awareness about the GoFundMe. It is official. It is legit. It won't bring back their family member, but it will give them some, you know, some peace and some ways to handle some practical expenses. So you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. We will see you next time. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. We'll see you next time. Bye.